Oh my gosh, what's up? What's up, everybody? Let me get this camera going. Hey, Jedi, what is up? You are the first. I hope we might need to play with Mike for a little bit. Guys, I finally got a mic. I can walk around the kitchen. It's a little mic pack. You guys will see it back here. But I finally got a mic pack, so I can talk to you guys while I'm at the stove, and you'll be able to hear me. And I hope it's loud enough. I know Top Dog's going to jump in and tell me. But how are you feeling, Jedi? I definitely had some prayers out for you, hoping you're doing good, hoping there's no sneezing taking place anymore. A bit loud and muffled. Okay. How's that? I might need to move it a little closer to me. Okay, is that a little bit better? And thank you guys for being patient while we start this out just to see if it works. Oh my gosh, we're going to be doing better volume, better muffling. Hey, Electrifying Radio, how are you? Let me move my screen real quick. Just so it was kind of at a weird angle that I couldn't read very well. What is up? Okay, so new mic. Definitely, you guys, tell me if there's issues. It's my first time streaming with it today. I saved up my money and I just got a Rode mic. So hopefully that is all good. But oh my gosh, guys, I cannot believe it. This is awesome. I am very thrilled for today. So we pulled Ratatouille. I had never ever seen that movie before, that Disney movie. So I watched it, of course. Super cute. I was like, I'm going to have so many recipes I can do. It's a little hard to do it because he says the recipe and then he changes it and I have no idea what he's doing. So I only have 3 things we're doing today, but oh, I'm glad you're doing good, Radio. So glad. And so I noticed that one of the first things he does is he makes leek soup. So we're going to do that. And we're, of course, going to make ratatouille. And then I laughed out loud because I was like, I need a dessert. I always do a dessert. Big menu, let's go. Right, Sleepy? How are you doing? How's your day? Muffled a bit and every once in a while cutting out. Okay, let me try. I'm going to try something different, guys. Okay. I'm just going to clip the actual pack to me. Top Dog, will you tell me if that sounds better? Hi, Nye. I use Streamlabs. It's the same. Okay, let me try one more thing. I have one more little thing I can try with this mic, guys. I don't know if it's going to help at all, but let's see. Give me a moment. It might get really muffly while I stick this thing on. Okay. Oh, nope. Stay on. I don't know if this is going to stay. Sorry, guys, if it's kind of muffly, give me just a second while I'm trying to get this on the mic pack. Oh, it really is. This thing is not fun to get on. Okay, come on. Ah, there we go. Okay. Did that help at all with the muffling, guys? Does the poofiness, the poofy pack, did that help at all? There's also a decibel button on the receiver. See, mine doesn't have that. I got the wireless Me, and there really is just one button. Like, it is turned on and then turned off. So it's like very tiny. So I know we're still playing with it. I think I got to download a system. Seems a bit better. Okay, so I'm just going to keep the pack on here versus the little lavalier mic until I can figure it out. I might need to replace the lavalier mic with a little poofy thing just to help. But hopefully this gets a little bit better. Thank you guys, though. It's like what I love is like if something is weird. Yes, I'm going to have to definitely not get used to that because I get loud. And so I'll have to figure out my mic settings where I'm not killing everybody's ears. No, Top, you know I didn't download. I just plugged it in. I'm horrible at that stuff. So I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to download the software, play with it. Today was just like I charged it over the week and I wanted to do it. Can you tell Top has to deal with this a lot with me? I never actually do anything that I'm supposed to be doing under my shirt so it's not too close to my mouth. Oh, maybe I'll do that. Okay, hold on. Okay, can you guys still hear me okay? Hopefully it's a little less muffled. My shirt's covering it. And I don't knock it off. Yeah, that would be a problem for me. 100%. A bit clearer. Oh, awesome. Okay, so that actually worked better. So definitely a little bit lower down. Awesome. Oh, thank you guys, as always. Oh, it has been... So, okay. I watched Ratatouille. Super cute movie. I was actually like... So I'm one of those people, call it what you want, but I'm a basic person, and I listen to a lot of crime things. And so watching Ratatouille was actually very refreshing. I like felt very wholesome and sweet, and I love it. I love it. When you get louder though, like when you react to things, it cuts you out. Oh, okay. Thank you, Top. So I just need to stay calm. This needs to be calm. That's not me, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Again, I will download the program so that way I can figure this out. So in your stream program, if it shows the audio input, if it's capping. Oh, see, and I couldn't figure out how to do that. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if that helps a bit. Okay, can you guys still hear me okay? Because to me, woo, it's not capping out knowing I put it down a little bit. But Top Dog might have to come in and fix that while I'm doing stuff. I don't know, because I don't know how to do that part. He's my IT guy. But anyways, so, and doesn't sound as raspy. Okay, thank you. So yeah, I watched Ratatouille and it was super sweet and wholesome. And I really did. I absolutely loved it. It's a cute little movie that I just thought, I was like, this is just so sweet. Although I didn't get a lot of recipes from it because he changes the recipes. So we're going to only do 3 courses today of leek soup, ratatouille. And then at the very end of the movie, I was like, okay, dessert time. And he goes, would you like a dessert? And he says, surprise me. So I'm going to surprise you with what dessert we do when I do it. But we're going to actually pretty much start with ratatouille, move to the leek soup, and then from there we'll make dessert, which is wild. Also, right after stream, I actually have to pack because for work, I am at my job in California for the entire week. So I will not be streaming until next Saturday or Sunday, till next Sunday. So I'm still going to pick a theme. We're still going to do that. It's just I won't have my Wednesday stream because I'll be in a hotel. And I don't think that's going to be a lot of fun for people to watch me microwave food and that's what I eat for dinner. Or I go out and I grab something. So I will be in California all next week, but I will be back next week. So of course, all the recipes we're following today, I've pinned to the top of the recipe, or I've pinned to the chat. So you guys can see on the very top, it can go, you can see the recipes. It doesn't include dessert because that's a surprise. So I will put those in a little bit later. Depends on what you microwave, right, Rufio? So if you guys do not know, I had stomach surgery. So my stomach's very small. It's 6 to 8 ounces. It's not a normal stomach's like 30 to 36 ounces. So you can imagine a can of soda. It's like smaller than that. So it's funny because what I do is the hotel I stay at has a really nice like kitchenette in it. It's got like a microwave, a fridge. It doesn't have like a hot plate or anything like that. So I actually usually get like one of those party like taco makers. And then like every day I make a taco. Like I heat up the meat and put a little sauce on it, and like I have a taco for dinner. So it's like, because usually my lunches are with my team and I go out and I do all this stuff. So it's kind of funny to be like, you know, that's what I do is I usually do tacos. But then the hotel I also stay at, they have something called happy hour, and I put it in quotes because they're like, it's food and drink. It's like chips, salsa, guac, and then like beer and wine. And I don't do that part, but like I'll grab some chips or something with it, or maybe make a nacho instead of a taco. But like, no joke, that's what I microwave like every night when I'm there. So it's like the easiest thing for me to do when I'm there. But it's crazy. It is going to be a wild week. I found out that a key person in our company is leaving, which is going to change a lot of what I do. So like next week, it's going to be basically figuring out, like I have anxiety about what I'm going to do now. Not that I'm scared of anything. It's just when you know your whole job is about to change, it's a little stressful. So that's like what I'm into next week. That's what's going to happen while I'm at or in California. But I'm excited. It just, change is good. I do not think change is bad. It's just, it's a lot to take in. And I gotta get used to it. I just gotta get used to it. It'll just be something new. And all the people I manage, you know, they're super nervous too. So it's like one of those, like, let's not be nervous and we can be nervous together, but like trying to make sure nobody gets insanely nervous or anxiety ridden. Like I'm the one who has to keep it together. So I'll get nervous for you guys. Right? Oh, it's so hard electrifying radio. Even this like recipe. So you guys are going to notice with this recipe, I legit did like some of this as half. Portions are difficult, especially like in our household. Like I'm very blessed that I get to work from home. And so a lot of this food that I make, like we'll eat throughout the week as like lunches for leftovers. But we have 2 people in this house, and there is some food that no matter what, like I'm going to have leftovers for days. Like I am trying to perfect a 2-person lasagna with only like 1 leftover for lunch, because I normally just have like a protein shake for lunch or cold cuts. And that's what I eat for lunch. And so Top Dog usually has a bigger lunch. And so I am seriously just like trying to get portions down. Like there's whole cookbooks about 2-person portions, and it's difficult, especially if you're just 1 person. It's hard. Or if you're like Nye, if you guys don't know, 911, she's an amazing streamer as well with cooking. And she has so many people who have to eat different things, like the portion control of just 2 people, let alone what if each person in your household has different allergies or things you have to work on. Like that is so hard. You chopped your portions down. Yep. Yeah, that's our biggest thing. Because eventually, right, if we have too much of something, like we'll do our best at eating the leftovers, but sometimes you just get sick of it. You're like, I'm done with it. It doesn't matter what you mix it in with. It just doesn't matter. So we've definitely been working on that, which is really great, but we're still getting it down. We're still trying to get it down. So it's rough. I'm just going to start cutting the vegetables for, oh my gosh, for the ratatouille. Oh my gosh. So we got squash, zucchini, and eggplant. And I'm just going to put them on this plate as I cut them. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to cut them. I might mandolin them. I think that's a better plan. Faster. Let me grab that. Doctor, oh, has to fit max cal a day with low carb, gluten-free, low salt. Oh, yeah, see, that's rough. You ready for some Ratatouille, Arcega? Oh my gosh, such a cute movie. I had never seen it. So cute. I honestly thought the rat was called Ratatouille, but I found out it's Remy. But I absolutely thought it was like such a cute movie. Most Disney movies make me cry really hard. I can't handle a lot of things, guys. This one didn't. I was very happy. I got through it, no problem. I didn't cry. When you're glove. What? What do you mean, Top Dog, when I'm glove? He crazy. He crazy, guys. Do we have that? Is he the weird glove guy, guys? My old school people remember that guy. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the tops off. When you wear my glove. Okay, yes, I can do that. You don't want to take me to the ER? Jedi, wear your glove, wear your glove. I've never had Ratatouille. Yeah. So I was really lucky. This mandolin that I got actually came with like a glove and all these extra pieces. Like I don't even have a cheese grater because I do everything with the mandolin. Now I will say everything is set to the same size. Like I can't adjust the size. So, but yes, unfortunately my mother-in-law cut herself really bad one time with a mandolin. And since then, like Top Dog knows what a mandolin can do to you. All right, we got one more. Let me get this in. Okay. All right, one. Ooh, okay. Squash is okay for dogs. You have an adjustable and you're not a fan of it, yeah. Jedi, they scare the hell out of you. You know what? I think I have seen so many people cut themselves with it that for some reason I like take extra precautions. Knock on wood, I have never cut myself. But yeah, the cuts get uneven. Oh, yeah, this was one I got off of Amazon. And like I said, it came with obviously the slicer. I'll show you everything else too. It's something called Full Star, but like it came with that cheese grater, came with that grating option. It came with this, so I could stick something in here and press those in, and it's like another holder. It came with like a cone shape where you can make like those zucchini noodles. I don't know what that is. You guys can, I've had this for years and I've never opened this. It looks like it's just another thing you can stab to hold on to. And then the glove. So this was like a great thing that I got. Whoop. And yeah, see, it just caught on the glove and it was like instantly caught, so I know to stop. So, okay, we got the zucchini or the squash done. Yeah, my mom had a mandolin growing up, so I was very used to having those in the kitchen. And especially with something like this that I'm like, I like everything to, in general, be the same size. Like Ratatouille, you definitely want it to be. I am going to be making it in a cast iron skillet. And I know so if you've never, I kind of was researching. Most of the time I found out Ratatouille, it was kind of like cheaper food, that it was just all your summer and fall vegetables. You'd come together, cook them and all of that stuff, and then be like, that was your food. So now by us layering it and doing that, we've made it fancy. But Ratatouille in general is not a fancy thing. Hey, Red, how are you? Ratatouille is one of my favorite movies. I just saw it. Yep, peasant food. Exactly, Jedi. This was my first time seeing it. And again, all because you guys brought it up. So again, I won't be here Wednesday because I have to leave for work tomorrow morning, nice and early. Sorry, Top Dog, you get to take me to the airport. But I still will be picking an idea. So if you're new to stream, all these ideas, oops, hit the subscriber board. All these ideas in this jar are things you'd love to see a themed meal. And Ratatouille was one of them. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic, guys. Ratatouille was one of them. So if you guys ever have an idea you want me to add to the jar, for sure, just add it to the chat. You don't have to be a subscriber. You don't have to be a follower. It can be any idea you want. And then on Sundays, I'll pick it out. I can say, though, Ratatouille is now one of the movies I will watch again. Like, for sure, it was so cute. Like I said, most Disney movies make me cry. This one didn't. And so I really loved it. It was super, super sweet. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. And that's like the fun of this, is you guys are kind of forcing me to expand my horizons on what I watch. So yes, the French music is amazing. I absolutely love that. I want to buy like the soundtrack for it because of that. Okay, let's get that top off. Now for the eggplant. And so I want you guys to know I'm going to do something. I think I'm going to do it on Mondays because that's kind of the only day I have. So I know I am food and drink. And I love that. I'm never going to stop that. But I bought a video game on Steam and I want to play it. I want to just see what it's like to play a video game on Twitch. I know that's weird because that's what most people do. But it's a very me game. It is a Disney video game. And so I'm going to play it. And I'm going to start playing not this Monday, but next Monday. I'm going to boot it up for the first time and create a character. So if you see me jump online during a Monday and you're like, what is she doing? It's just because I'm going to try playing a video game and see what it's like. And it's Disney Dreamlight Valley, I think is what it's called. Again, I am a Disney person. Oop. So for me, I love it. Okay. Sun's getting a little, eggplant's getting a little bit tight there. Ooh. I definitely have to put a lot more pressure into this. But yeah, I won't be here Wednesday because I have to be at work in California all week. But again, Sunday I'll be back. Okay, so the eggplant's kind of falling apart in the center, so I'm going to just leave it with what we have. You guys can see. I'd much rather use these nice big pieces. So, all right, and then we got tomatoes. Tuna for sure. Oh, awesome. You play that game, Rufio? Oh my gosh, it looks so fun. It looks very me. I'll say that. Like, it's a very me game. I am that Disney adult that I love going to Disneyland. I've never been to Disney World, but I love Disneyland. We had passes one year. We decided, let's do it. Let's get some passes and have fun. Just grabbing the tomatoes. But yeah, so we'll start that up soon. Woo! But yeah, the ratatouille is going to be really yummy. I'm actually like super excited to try this. Like, and I'm actually excited for Top Dog to try it. So he's not a veggie. Not that he doesn't like veggies, but all of these vegetables are not his favorite. But with everything, the sauce and everything we're doing with it, I think it'll be exciting to see. Has anybody made ratatouille before on stream? Okay, that's done. And there's going to be a lot, by the way. We're going to do a lot of, what do you call that? Stove view. Stove view for sure. So we got to try this. Now that I have a new mic and I can turn around and you guys can still hear me, it's going to be amazing. You've always wanted to do it. Me too. So I am excited. That's why I love this. Unpopular opinion. Wow. Oh, welcome, General Gummy Bear. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. You are getting me to my goal. So thank you, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Honestly, it's what made me fall fully in love with where I live is the kitchen. When we bought this place, it was new construction, and when we toured like the models, it's a townhouse. So when we toured the models, no joke, I walked in and I was like, this is the kitchen I want. And I love it. I love it. Like it's my dream. It's Honestly, it's why I love to cook so much, is because of it. So, but welcome and thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Tanner, Disneyland is in Anaheim, California, so Orange County. So from LA, you'd be looking about maybe an hour and a half south. And San Diego, maybe 2.5 hours north without traffic, something like that. Fell into your food as you were eating. If you saw them, your food, would you be tempted to act like you're going to eat them as a joke and be dramatic about? Okay, wait. Imagine that someone you do not like shrank to a tiny size. They fell into your food as you were eating. If you saw them in your food, would you be tempted to act like, oh, I would totally be tempted to act like I was eating them just to make them get a little bit nervous. 100%. I'm not joking. I have 2 dogs, and I tend to do that with my dogs, where I grab them and I'm like, just to get a rise out of them. What about everybody else? What would you guys do? I like that one. I like that one though, Gummy. Sorry, why is it called Orange County? So, Tanner, it is called Orange County because back in the day, it was only orange fields. So that's all that was there. Now it's like a thriving city. It is bustling. It is crazy. It's where like Long Beach is. Long Beach is right next to like Compton. And then you have Irvine. You've got Santa Ana. You've got all these other little places. But yeah, it used to only be orange fields, including there is a town in Orange County called Orange. And there's an orange circle, and you can see all the old buildings that they used to sell the oranges at. It's actually really cool. But yeah, that's why it's called Orange County, just like as simple as that. What food of yours would they be in? And what would you say when you saw them in your food? If I don't like them. I don't know if I'd say anything because I'm kind of a giggle person. So if I don't like you, I tend to laugh a lot more. Just to kind of, it's my nervous thing I do. I don't know if I'd say anything to them. I'd probably just pretend and then go, no, and then set them aside. The food itself, I don't know, because now I got to think, it has to be a food that I don't really enjoy, because I also don't want a person in my food. Like, just because they're tiny doesn't mean they're clean, you know? So it'd probably have to be, you know what would be funny is like, I don't like potatoes. So like mashed potatoes, because you kind of get stuck and wiggle a lot. I think honestly that would be it. All right, I'm going to grab my onions and garlics and bell peppers. I'm going to cut all these things up, guys. This is going to be for the sauce. And then we got thyme. I know we have more things. Okay. We have got, yes, there is an Orange County in Florida as well. Yes, Tanner. Thank you. Thank you, Top Dog. And thank you, Red. I know an ad is about to start in like 20 seconds too, guys. I'm just pulling all my products and I'm going to start cutting them in case you're not subscribed. I'm just pulling the stuff for the sauce we're going to make that goes under the ratatouille. Yeah, I would definitely bring them right up, like, and then I'd put them down. That's for me for sure, 100%. Okay, let me pay attention here. Okay, we got my onion, I got my garlic, red, yellow, salt, peppers over there. Not this yet. We got tomatoes that I'm gonna have to use my emulsion blender. And then basil. My basil plant is still alive, guys, but I eat basil off of it every day. So I actually had to buy some fresh basil because I was like, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. Okay, let me grab a bowl here. Just so we can put everything in here. And almost like you cut an avocado, if you cut a bell pepper that way, you can kind of open it up like this and then take everything out, the seeds and everything. That way, you're not losing anything. Yes, Tanner, you are correct. I actually have them. These are going to be our potatoes. The leek soup is going to be potatoes. I just started with the ratatouille first because the ratatouille has to cook for an hour. So, Red, I have to cook mine inside, I have to do mine inside. Same thing, either it's too hot or too cold. Like, too much sun, too little sun. The weather is insane in Vegas. It's either 100 degrees or we're like at 30 degrees. And so I can't do it either. So I have to do it inside. Honestly, once this plant, it's not going to survive much longer. Once it's done, I'm definitely good to go. I'm like, yeah. Oh, and thanks, Gummy Bear, about the tattoo. I love my tattoos. I have plans for many, many, many more. No, you're not on at all. I love it. I even have down below in my chat, we do, you can use chat points and do a would you rather question, and I love them. Some of them are so, so fun, and it just like, everyone gets to know each other. That's why we're here, right? That's why I love this community, because we all get to be here together. Sorry, I know people freak out when I twirl my knife, but we all get to like be together and meet one another, and like, it's a community. I've been having a really rough week. I haven't slept for a few days, and I was like, am I going to stream today? Am I not? And I'm like, of course I am. Like, I love being here with everybody, and like having you all is so fun to me. So I love it. You can never be too silly. I got an indoor herb garden for Christmas. Oh, plaid, that's so cool. I've always wanted to try, like, I've thought about, like, in my garage or something, getting one of those indoor light ones with the pipes and the water. Like, I've honestly thought about doing that. I think if you really dislike the person, you might lower them towards your open mouth, then pull up and away. Yes, 100%, Gummy. That's exactly what I would do. I honestly, though, there's very few people in this world I dislike. I truly love people. I really, really do. And I know some might find that odd, but I do. I really love people. Yeah, Red, it's been difficult. It's just because I don't know what's going to happen with my job. Not that I'm losing my job, but a key person in my company is leaving, and me going to work for the next week is going to be figuring everything out, being there for my team of people that I manage, because I need to make sure no one else is freaking out, and reassuring everybody that we're okay. We're okay. So this giving you energy then. Yes, Tanner, 100%. This gives me huge energy. And I work from home. I work out, like, I have my job that I do from my house. And then on top of that, I have a mini gym in my garage. Like, so I work out at home. I love to cook, so I'm always cooking. This is going to sound sad, but I don't really have any, like, friends. Like, I have a few people in the neighborhood that I'm friends with, and we're kind of becoming closer, but some of you all I actually know a lot better, and I like have way more conversations with you all than I do the people, who live across the street from me or something, like, because life goes on, right? Like, everyone's got their stuff they have to do. So for me, I love it because I get to be here with you all, and I truly mean that. Like, from the deepest of my heart, I really mean that. I am somebody, if I don't like something, I'm not doing it. And I love being here. Right? All the good vibes. Thank you. Thank you. You're so scared of your teeth and tongue, especially when to lick their thinking about licking tiny shoes would be weird. I'm I'm not like horribly a germaphobe, but I definitely, I don't think I'd put that, like, I wouldn't eat the food after the person's been in it, and I wouldn't probably touch them because they're still dirty. Shrunken Twitch troll or something like that, right? Oh my gosh. And I'm such a, like, I don't want to say an advocate, but like, this is an 18 and up, or not an 18 up, family friendly. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost said that. This is a family-friendly stream, and I have no problem hitting blocked. Like, I have no problem hitting a blocked button because people need to feel safe, including me and everybody else who's in this stream. Like, I am so just one of those people, if I offend you in any way and you're rude back and you can't have an adult conversation about it, we don't gotta talk. We're good. I'm good. I don't lose sleep over it. So, for sure, like, and obviously I know that, guys, you know me. 4 cloves of garlic. That's cute. We're doing 5. Yeah, dangle them. 100% dangle them above my mouth. Just to give them a little scare. Now this, okay, yeah, it does want the garlic minced, so we're just taking the garlic out. And then also, when I come back, I'm going to be doing a sourdough starter. I'm gonna try to make sourdough bread. You guys have known how much I love making bread. Honestly, I should have made some for today because I was like, the soup could have been served with like a delicious baguette, but I didn't think about it until it was too late. So no bread today. But I think I'm gonna try making a sourdough starter. And then because you have to do something with it every single day, I figure on like Instagram, not Twitch, because maybe I'll do Twitch in a clip or something like that. I don't know. I got to figure it out. I'll share every day, like where I'm at with the starter and what it's doing. I just had to wait until I came back because now when I'm back from work, I'll be back for a few months before I have to go again. Sourdough's my friend, right? I love sourdough, so I cannot wait to try a homemade sourdough. Cannot. High above or close to it, gummy. Oh, I would do close to my mouth. Like you're about to be eaten. So. Thank you, Top Dog. But yeah, I've never made it, and I've been watching all these videos with people with their homemade sourdough starters making sourdough croissants. Obviously loaves of bread with different herbs and spices, but then sourdough croissants, sourdough muffins, like all these things that I'm like, I want to make that. I want to make that. And then the benefits behind it. The fact that you're just having flour, water, and salt. Like there's a lot of benefits with that. And then the probiotics from the microorganisms that get made. Like that to me is really cool too. So I'm excited. I'm like super, super excited. Yes, and the pancakes. Tanner, I've never had it either. I've never had ratatouille. Ever. So I'm excited. Right? Yeah, I definitely like giving people a little bit of a scare. I'm that person, but I don't like to be scared at all. Like the only thing, once you guys know, like if you ever have any ideas, just like Ratatouille, this Disney movie came from you all. If you ever have any ideas of what you'd like to see on stream as a theme, like I will write it down. The only times I do not write it down is if it's a scary movie. I don't watch them. So I will write it down, but I will not watch it. I'll have to like Google stuff in it, or you guys will have to tell me, because for sure, I don't know. And I have heard about the pancakes. I want to try the pancakes for sure. Oh my gosh. And Gummy, you kind of like read my mind. Of course, y'all know I couldn't get regular mason jars. You can't really see. I got pink ones. I wonder if you guys can, yeah, up against the white, you can kind of see it. I got pink. So I absolutely love it. I'm so excited. I got like a whole thing of rye flour. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. So yes, for sure decoration. I know plaid sourdough, like I found out. So you guys might think I'm weird. I do not name inanimate objects. Like I know everyone in my life, they have a name for like their car. I don't name things. Like I even love gnomes. I should put my gnomes back here when I stream. I collect gnomes, guys. It's probably the weirdest thing I do is I love my gnomes. I do not name them. Like, I don't name inanimate objects. And then I found out, like, you have to name your sourdough starter. So I think I'm going to start naming it after, like, the Spice Girls. That's my thought process. There's my age for you guys, too, by the way. Like, that's my genre, Spice Girls, Hanson, all of that kind of stuff. You've had it multiple times. Okay, Plaid, so you can help us if I'm doing this wrong. All right, would you rather question, red, spend a month in France or Spain? France, 100%. France, France, France. What about everybody else? I would choose France. I have this idea. I've never been. I just have this romantic idea of what France is like, and I want to be there. I want to have a beret on with a baguette and my bicycle by the Eiffel Tower. Like, I want to be a snooty French person for a month. I can't because I'm overly friendly and I like to make people happy, but I would love to do that. So, okay, let's see here. I'm seeing how to make a gluten-free. Nice, that's awesome. Your car's name is Mercedes. I love that. That's what I should do, Tanner. I've always wanted a G-Wagon Mercedes. I'll never have one. They're way too expensive. So I should just name my car G-Wagon. And it's like, it's not. It's a small little car. I love that, though. Spain gummy. Okay. You know somebody, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, Jedi. That's good. You'd like Spain, though. I have a feeling I would like Spain. My parents went when I was, I had to have been a teenager, and they went, and they talked about it, and it sounded amazing. Honestly, I haven't really been outside of the country a lot of the U.S. I went to St. Lucia last year. Oh my gosh, we're in 2024. I went to St. Lucia last year, and we're going to Italy this year. So everything like Spain, France, it's all going to eventually happen for me. But I can honestly say we're excited for Italy because of the food, all the food. But I have heard Barcelona's the same way. So we've kind of, on the flight back, I think one of them stops in Spain. So we might just like get off and like go try some of the food and then get back on the plane. See if we can find something with a really long layover. You totally rock a beret. I would love to rock one. I can't believe I don't even own one yet. I'm failing. Think you would bring your face super close to the mason jar when you put and stare at them closely and intent. I'm going to be looking for my bubbles. That's for sure. All the bubbles from the sourdough. I've been like watching all these videos, all these scientific videos about it. And so I'm really excited to see it and happen. And like, that's what I love about bread. I was kind of telling, if you guys don't know, Top Dog, he is my husband, my taste tester. He is my moderator. He is also a streamer. He's an 18 and up variety gaming streamer. So if you're ever wondering like, who is he? You guys will see him on the stream when he comes to taste test. But I was talking to him about that yesterday, actually. And I said, I love doing bread because it's kind of terrifying. Like, you hope everything's going to work out. And you don't really know until it proofs. And then you have a second proof. And then you don't really know until that second one goes. But I love it. That's why I love it. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that movie in so long. I think about that all the time, though. Like, when we go places, like if I was shrunk down, what would I do? Oh my gosh. Okay, I made it through almost an entire onion without crying, guys. Almost. Okay. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. I imagine Spain's pretty similar to California landscape-wise. It is what they said. I think it's a little bit more green because, I don't know, it might be a tad bit more tropical than what we have. I just don't know. One thing I learned about sourdough is it can be difficult to get started, but usually impossible to kill. Okay, well, that makes me happy. That makes me happy, Jedi. We did, like, breads in school, and it was my favorite week, but we never made sourdough. Congratulations. No crying. The cereal scene. Oh, yeah, that one was good. That's the whole eating somebody. Yeah, honestly, if a tiny person kicked my lip, I probably would think I bit myself. Honestly. Let me grab this. Let's see, what else do I got? And then I just need to do, so this is the sauce. So I found out with Ratatouille, I'm gonna have to use my emulsion blender a bit today, but with Ratatouille, it's all those vegetables we cut, all these beauties, go on top of this red sauce. So it goes this, keep him as your pet. I'll be back another time. No problem, Jen, I'm coming back, thank you. It's gonna be the red sauce, the tomato sauce on the bottom, with then the vegetables on top, and then we're gonna do an herb seasoning that goes on top of that. And I wanna make sure I'm gonna do this all right. And then the herb seasoning, and then we stick it in the oven for an hour. So we're gonna need some basil to go in with all of this. I'm excited though, because I really love all of these like herbs. Or all these, well, the herbs, yes, but the spices. I really like the spices. Oh, basil smells so good. I was actually shocked, like this whole bucket of fresh basil, almost every recipe I'm doing today has basil. This whole bucket of fresh basil was only about like $4. Now, granted, I could get a whole plant for about $3, but like I was shocked, like, you know. Right? That's what I thought, Tanner. A whole hour it goes in. So that's what it says on the recipe. Let me make sure I didn't mess that up. Let's make sure. Maybe I was wrong. Oh yeah, no, 40 minutes with foil on top and then 20 minutes without. Easy. Okay. All right. And I cut up a little extra, like I said, that herbs that are going to go on top, kind of an olive oil herb, that is going to get some basil as well. So, all right. So this is 2 tablespoons. Okay. And then I'm going to just put this over here. We're going to make this completely on a cast iron skillet. So we're going to make the sauce in the cast iron, then put the vegetables on. I'm going to make the herb seasoning though, because as soon as we get the veggies on, we put the herb stuff on. So I just want to make sure I have all the pieces together. Honestly, when cooking, it's the best way to do it is like get all your stations of everything you might need set up and then start the cooking process. So it just makes it really, really nice and easy. So let's do the herb seasoning. This requires another 2 tablespoons of basil. We're just going to put the rest of that. Gonna clean off the sides of our knife. And then we're going to need another minced garlic. But you know, this garlic for some reason is really small today. These cloves are pretty tiny. So I'm going to do 3. Because I love my garlic. It's probably the one like herb that is like, yeah, we're gonna be on a garlic train all the time. Okay, ooh, smash it. All right, let's mince this up. And to mince, if you've never minced before with your knife, you hold it like this and you kind of rock it like back and forth like this, almost like a clock. Keep your 2 fingers on top. You don't want them next because it's a fast motion. So you don't want a finger getting caught in there. And you can just kind of push everything back together and keep going. Oh my gosh, there's so much garlic being used. It smells so good in this kitchen right now. Okay. Okay. We got our garlic. It is a surprise. So I had never seen the movie, and Ratatouille, obviously the Disney movie, and I, no joke, I was like waiting for a dessert to be like, Okay, what's the dessert? What's the dessert? And at the end of the movie, the waiter Linguini asked the food critic, and spoiler alert, okay, spoiler alert, so cover your ears. I'll do this when it's time to uncover if you haven't seen this movie. But he asked the critic, you know, can I offer you a dessert? And the critic goes, you always ask me, but yes, something to that effect. And then he goes, surprise me. So they never actually say a dessert. I did see a few, but I am going to be making a French dessert. So we're good now if you've covered your ears. So I'm going to surprise you with your dessert. Of course, the recipes I'm doing for the ratatouille and the leek soup are pinned to the chat. They should still be pinned. One is from Tasty and the other one is Once Upon a Chef or something like that. So yeah, for sure. Okay, we got to get some time in here. Yeah, it was, oh my gosh, it was so funny. Did you ever go to the Stinky Rose? I know. Is it still there, Red? I've never been. I know that they closed. It's really sad. P. Anderson's, the soup company. That's like like one of those road trip staples in California. But the Stinking Rose, I've never been. Now, I've been to Gilroy, which is in California, and it's the garlic capital of the world. I have been there, but I don't know where the Stinking Rose is. I'm sure I'd love it, though. Okay, how much? 2 teaspoons of this? Okay, so we'll need a bit of time. We'll need a bit. Move that a little closer. So with thyme, if you've ever seen it, it's kind of like this. If you just like hold it upside down and you pull up, that's how you get these little leaves off. You could always just go in and chop it. That's definitely not a problem. You're just going to have to chop a lot of stem. Where if you just kind of pull down, you get all the leaves. Eventually the top is like very weak, so you'll just pull that. Fresh thyme is great, right? So good. Garlic ice cream. The Hollywood one closed, but San Francisco's still open. Okay. If I ever go to San Francisco, I'm going to have to go try that. Garlic ice cream. That's so interesting. Especially with mushrooms. Yes, Tanner. Oh, yes. I love mushrooms. Like anything with mushrooms is a win to me. It's all, just let it die. Then the leaves fall off. You know what? That is one way of doing it. That's so funny. Honestly, wouldn't it be too hard in my neck of the woods to have these things die off? And knowing the heat I got here with no humidity, we would be on point to also have it become a dried herb. I hope, did I do it? Yeah, okay. I'm just going to grab the rest of this, and that's going to be my thyme in here. Okay. Let's see here. So we got our basil, our garlic, our thyme. Now, parsley. Let me go grab that. I didn't grab that out of the fridge. Perfect. Let me grab it. I forgot you guys can hear me now when I walk away. This new mic, man, it's got me. Okay. I'm going to show you guys how to do this as well. So I only need 2 tablespoons. Not a lot. Okay. So let's put this parsley over here because I know I'm going to have to use it again. It's more of a joke. I don't use any of it. All right. If you hold it down, so you got all your stems up here. If you hold your stems and kind of hold it down like this and like shave it, you kind of just shave off those leaves, right? So you're left with just stem. You will have some other leaves in there, so you can do like a quick cleanup. But now you're pretty much left with a pile of parsley. And if you just bunch it all together, the same technique we used for the mincing of the garlic, you can use for this. And as it gets smaller, it'll just be easier to control that mincing. But it's the easiest way. Cilantro, parsley, any of these kind of more bushy herbs, this is one of the best ways to get it all nice and minced for yourself. Just shave it off. And again, good knives. Doesn't mean you have to have expensive knives. It just means sharp knives. You really need them sharp. Everybody needs nice sharp knives. Oh, it smells so good. So I went with Italian parsley. I just like the curly parsley better. I think it has a flavor to it. Honestly, other parsley doesn't taste like anything to me. I'm going to put my extras in that bowl because I know I'm going to need it. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of this really quickly. Okay. You didn't do anything, Tanner. You didn't ruin a joke. Don't even worry about it. Some people would actually think that that's what was happening. Oh, it's with all your herbs, cleaning it. Oh, I bet that smelled so good. Okay, salt and pepper. Salt and pepper here. Gotta do a little bit of salt. Gotta do a little pepper. And we're gonna do olive oil in this. And this is just what's gonna go on top of the ratatouille before we put it in the oven. And I am almost out of olive oil, like almost out of it. So cannot believe it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for gifting a sub. Oh my gosh, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope, little Inno boy, that you enjoy that. You get to enjoy all the fun emotes we have. No more ads, all of that. Let me get you on the board here. Let's see here. You guys, this board is going away soon. Not going away, but it's getting cleared off. I clear it off every single month. So this is the last week in January. So starting next week, we're gonna for sure be here. Okay. Let me get here. Here's Top Dog. He's literally getting his snacks right now, guys.
Football.
It is football time. The Niners are on. Okay. Issa, we got a little present next to your name. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Well, share with them what you're going to eat while I'm cooking.
So I'm just getting some sea salt chips. And then this is actually a long time one of my favorite snacks. I don't like to have like huge bulks amount of it, but like every once in a while I just grab a pack and just go to town. And this is
yep, snack report.
Prepare. Yeah, it is the snack report.
If you guys do not know, because Top Dog has his own stream, he actually is the person who does snacking.
Yeah.
Can you hear him now?
Can you hear me now? Is it because I was too far away from you?
Imagine Ratatouille as a football snack. That's my football snack, Tanner.
So I have the kettle sea salt chips, and then prepared shredded squid. It's like dried, salted, shredded squid. So, yeah.
Right? Nice and yummy.
Kickoff's about to happen.
Okay, kickoff's happening.
Let's go, guys.
All right, can you guys hear me now? I want to make sure I'm good. Top Dog, when you get up there, will you make sure you can still hear me? Oh, perfect. Thank you, Tanner. Yeah, you guys might end up hearing him stomping depending on what he's doing up there. Yes, since you don't have the crowd mic. Okay, so he had kettle barbecue chips and then dried squid snacks. That's what he's eating for his snack report. Yeah, I got this new one. I had to put it down here. We were doing some testing in the very beginning, and it just is better if it's over here. But I got a whole wireless system now. Eventually, I'm going to get another mic, so that way when Top Dog comes down, you can hear him. When he does come down to try food, I'll take the mic out and like put it near his mouth so you guys can hear him better. Okay. Are we ready? Are we finally actually ready to make this? So we've got all of the vegetables. We've got our topping of our sauce for the ratatouille. We've got our actual sauce that's on the bottom. So remember, it goes tomato sauce. Then on top of that is going to be all of our vegetables. And then on top of that is going to be kind of just this little parsley, thyme, garlic, olive oil mixture we made. And so because I'm almost out of olive oil, I am going to have to use avocado oil in my pan. I'm going to heat this up again. We're doing it all in a cast iron skillet, and from the cast iron skillet, it goes into the oven. Oven is at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, just so you guys are aware. I'm gonna turn this on high, but I love it because now I can talk to you guys when I'm actually in stove view versus me trying to yell. It's gonna be weird. I might be yelling just out of habit. I am gonna get our emulsion blender ready though, because, and I wanna make sure, did I get everything? Let's make sure, guys. Always reread your recipe. Going no audio, watching the game. All right, Top Dog, go Niners. This is for Super Bowl, so they're trying to get to the Super Bowl. I don't know who won the other game between the Chiefs and the Ravens. I don't even know if it's still going. It might be done. I don't know, guys. I watched a teeny bit of it. Yep, olive oil. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so the reason I'm using my emulsion blender is because my tomato sauce that I have is going to be a little bit thicker because it's the chunkier tomatoes, like my canned tomato. It's diced petite tomatoes, and I want it to be a little bit more of a sauce versus chunks of the tomato and the onion and the bell peppers. So, all right, let's go ahead. We're going to go into stove view. Love it, love it, love it. The first thing, I just want to make sure we are good. Yep. Okay. We're going to add kind of all these things in first because they're going to take the longest to cook down. And I might be making too much red sauce out of this too. I don't know. This is going to be fun. I don't know what size I'm supposed to be doing this. This is the fun of cooking ratatouille, right? Chiefs won. Okay. Thank you, Electrifying Radio. I didn't know. I was like, I know they were up when I stopped watching them at the end of the third. So, okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead. We're going to cook these down. And it says this process can take about 10 minutes. So I won't have us on this view the whole time because we can kind of start working on the next slice and dicing of everything. But we have those going. We're going to let them cook down, get going, and then we'll add the tomatoes in. And when that all nice heats up, we'll emulsion blend it and all of that. Okay, Electrifying Radio, oh, it was 1710. Oh, real close, really close. Okay. So let me put the blender over here. Okay. The leaky soup, cast iron scrape. I love cooking in a cast iron, Tanner. If it is a cast iron or a Dutch oven, I honestly love it. Like it's so good. There's just something about it that I thoroughly enjoy. All right, I am going to lower that. That was on a high heat. I'm lowering it a bit just so nothing burns. You all know I end up talking to you guys and something will burn. Okay, so let's see here. So our next thing is actually going to be our leek soup. So for the leek soup, we're going to kind of cook the leeks and garlic together and cook it all nice and up. And then it seems like we're going to cook the potatoes in the broth. Well, no. So in a pot, no, we do all this. It's a one pot thing. So, we're doing one large pot, adding butter, cooking the leeks and garlic, which if you've never had leeks and you like kind of an onion taste, they're so good. So we're going to cook leeks and garlic in first, let it wilt itself down a bit, then add potatoes, broth, bay leaf, thyme, pepper, bring to a boil, then let it go down, simmer for 15 minutes. And this is me just reading the recipe so I know we're good. Then we're going to take out the thyme and the bay leaves, then puree with the blender again. So we're going to use our emulsion blender again, and then we'll add heavy cream and do some garnishes. I'm actually shocked. Like, if this tastes, I'm hoping, as amazing as it is, this is one of the easiest soups to make. It feels that way, at least, you know? Like, it kind of feels like it's a little too good to be true. So let's get together our leeks and garlic, right? Yeah, let's do our leeks and our garlic and put that together. Let me grab the leeks because I left them in the fridge, I believe. Yeah, I did. Okay. I had to find unique spots for things. Oh no, where did the leeks go? Oh, here they are. Okay. They got a little stuffed back there. Okay. If you've never seen what a leek looks like, there's a leak in the boat. Sorry, I had to say it. Here you go. Look at this. This is a leek. And you cut them almost like green onions. You just, right? You can also use bacon. Oh, I never even thought about that. That would be good. I don't have any bacon. But that is a really good idea. I have never thought about that. So what's interesting is they want the white and the light green. So this whole part won't get done. Wikileaks, right? So what's awesome is because this is a soup that you are just going to be emulsion blending, which I love. You can kind of get away with gnarly cuts because you're going to just blend it all up. So it doesn't really matter. If your cuts work for you, they work. Oh, it smells so divine. I'm going to keep these, see if I can get the tops, maybe do something cool with the plating on it, just for fun. Okay, there's still some light green in here I can do. There we go. Okay. And by the way, the reason, if you ever watch Ratatouille, they don't ever say they make leek soup. It was me watching him going, oh, that's leek soup. That is the only way I knew what he was making. Most things, I had no idea what he was making, or it's like they'd say the recipe, and then all of a sudden he'd change it. So I can't do it because I have no idea what he did. So if you're wondering like how on earth I made this, it's just because me watching him. Okay, here's some more light green. Okay, there we go. All of our leeks for our leaky soup. Leaky soup. All right, now we're on the garlic. Let me stir that sucker up a little bit. And it's gone down a lot in size. You guys will see that in a second. But we still got a while to go. Our peppers are still quite tough. All right. It wants 3. That means 5 to me. These are kind of small. Man, this garlic is a tiny boy this time. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do that one too. Y'all know I love my garlic, so. Okay. They're kind of small cloves. They're not my normal size. So I'm doing 6 total. It's just what I like. So what's nice is they just want it unpeeled and smashed. I don't even have to mince it. How delicious is that? I don't even need to mince it. All I gotta do is smash it with a hammer. I am a creamy soup person, and I'll say this. I know it's more fattening. I like a heavy cream soup over a broth soup. I am not a broth soup person. I know why I'm not a broth soup person. Uh, I had a time in my life that I had to have only soup for like 6 to 7 months. So for years, I actually didn't eat soup. Like probably 10 to 15 years, I refused to eat soup because I had to do it every meal of the day because my mouth was wired shut. I don't want you guys to think something like horrible. Like my mouth was wired shut and it was the only thing I could eat. And the brothy soups had more nutrients. And now I still like, I'll enjoy a soup, but it's a cream. I like a creamy one with the cream and the butter and all of that. I'm not a brothy person, like a broth soup or chunky. Um, so yeah, what about you guys though? Like I know some people, Top Dog loves brothy soups. He's a broth one. Probably like asparagus soup. Oh, I've never heard of that. Is it kind of like this where it's you put the veggies in and you let it all work itself together? I've never heard of asparagus soup. I love asparagus. Okay. So we got our leeks and our garlic in here. Let me get some butter. Yeah, I'd love to know what's in asparagus soup. Yeah, for me, creamy, creamy, creamy. Never heard of it. It's got to be a white. Oh, interesting. Huh, that's real. I wonder why. You like super chunky New England clam chowder. Okay, Plaid, yup. I see you with that. And by the way, I want to make sure, shout out to Plaid. If you guys saw my Instagram from my last stream with my sad little tortillas, he actually got me a tortilla press. So thank you, Plaid. I appreciate it so much. I can't believe it. I've been like practicing, so I appreciate it. Also, didn't realize how heavy tortilla presses were. Like, that is a heavy cast iron thing. Cannot believe it. Right? In a sourdough bread bowl, anything in a sourdough bread bowl, I'm game. I do wonder why, though, for asparagus soup, why you don't use the green. And do you know, Tanner, why? I love you, Plaid. Thank you. Okay. Let's get 2 pounds. And again, this one I'm doing a little bit of a half recipe as well, just because there's only 2 of me, or 2 of us in this house. Peeled and rough chopped. Ooh, we're getting a little hot. All right, peeling a potato. I did make some clam chowder for the first time a few weeks ago, and it was pretty good. I want to try to get better at it. I had some clam chowder in the Bay Area, and when I say the Bay Area, it was actually not what you're thinking of, like San Francisco. It's this, I forget what the town's called, but it's this little town when you're driving through wine country and Santa Rosa. You go to the beach and stuff, and there's this little place in a giant pot. They make the clam chowder, and oh my gosh, like my dad took us all there one time because that's where my family lived, and holy moly, I've never had better clam chowder in my life. It's amazing. It's because when you peel the white asparagus, makes a broth out of the peelings and then you use it for the soup. Okay, sorry, I got really high pitched there. Okay, that's interesting. All right, I'm gonna go to stove view so you guys can see our ratatouille, how it's coming together. It's definitely gone down in size. So we have some browned bits. I'm fine with that. That's not bad. We're gonna go ahead and add the tomatoes in. I'm probably gonna emulsion blend pretty soon. Just because this is supposed to be a lot more saucy than it is. Like right now it's kind of chunky. So yeah, let's emulsion blend this. Let's get this guy going here, right? Oh, it's classic over there. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard. There might be parts here, Tanner, that's maybe a more popular one, but I'm not 100% sure. So you guys can see our butter going. So we're also going to put in our leeks with our garlic. And it's about to start smelling so good. I'm going to drop that heat to medium. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful. And last one I can recommend. Now, Tanner, remind me where you're from again, if you don't mind. Okay, we're going to just let that guy settle in there. Let's get our emulsion blender out for our ratatouille sauce, and this is the bottom sauce. Yeah, that is definitely needed. This is why I try to wear an apron. Just sprayed on my face. Okay, it's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Let's get this over with. The dogs are going to be so happy. There's going to be little tomato veggie bits all over the ground. Ah, oh, there we go. Okay, now we're looking saucy, guys. I'm just getting the extra chunks of the pepper to get smushed up, but they're nice and cooked, so it's not taking very long. Just a few that don't want to listen. I don't know if you guys can see it spraying everywhere, but that's the fun of a kitchen, is the mess. Okay, we're done. You can be happy, little sauce. Let me rinse this off because we're going to need it again for our leek and onion soup. There we go. Do you guys see the bubbly? Oh, this is yummy. So yummy tomato sauce again. Let me get all the chunks out. I'm okay with that. It's all good. It's still going to taste amazing. Okay, let's stir this a little bit. I definitely don't want these to burn. Because you have to wait until they're super wilted, is what they said. So we'll get back to getting our potatoes peeled. I'm going to bring the ratatouille sauce over here, though, in just a few seconds once we're done with the potatoes. Because once the potatoes are done, and actually, rule number 1, and I'm not following with potatoes, you got to put them in water after you're done cutting them. It helps it so they don't brown. So, yeah, Tanner, where are you from? If you don't want to answer, it's fine. I totally understand. I just would love to know. And you may have told me before and I may have forgotten, and I'm terribly sorry if I did. And a lentil soup. Ooh, creamy lentil. That would be probably pretty yummy. Okay. And if you're wondering why I'm putting it in water, it stops it from oxidizing. If you've ever noticed when you're peeling a bunch of potatoes, it starts browning. The same with apples. If you put them in water, it helps it to not oxidize so fast. Okay, so let me get a heat pad because we're going to put together our ratatouille. All right. So I'm going to put this down here because we're going to do the spiral and all of that. All right, let's see here. Okay. So I'm going to turn that off. Oh my gosh. I always say Europe just makes, that works. I love it. All right. So we got nice tomatoey base. You guys, this is looking so good. So you can see all the herbs. You can really see everything. So I'm making it flat because now we're gonna do the rotating of all of our stuff here. So we've got tomato, eggplant, and then some squash. So it's gonna be interesting because the eggplant is obviously much larger than the squash. I could have gone with maybe a Chinese eggplant that would have been much smaller. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to kind of play with it a bit. So if I put one here and I do it like that, yeah, okay. So the eggplant's gonna kind of go like this. And you guys will see what I'm doing in just a second. And I went squash, zucchini, tomato. Squash, zucchini, tomato. Cut them in quarters. Thank you. Jedi, you're so good. So good. Always my safety. Okay. So much better. All right. And then so zucchini or eggplant, squash, zucchini, tomato. Oh yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna continue this. This. Who loves a good pattern? I hope I have enough. I may not. Okay. It's actually quite relaxing doing this. I always feel like Ratatouille looks so like beautiful. So I'm like wanting to make sure it's like pretty. Pretty food, right? The folding, yeah. And I definitely think I didn't get enough tomatoes, so I'm gonna cut those guys in half because I don't think I got enough tomato. Halfsies. Yeah, but we're looking good. Like I will show you guys too when I get like the first round done. I'll show you guys on the stove cam what it looks like. Just so you can kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. But once you figure it out, I will say it's kind of therapeutic to just sit and do this. And it looks pretty and it's colorful. I hope it tastes delicious. It smells delicious. Okay. Ah, I'm excited. I needed a good win today. Okay, that one wasn't a very good cut, but that's okay. There we go. Ratatouille. You know what, we're gonna replace these guys because it looks weird knowing that I have like little quarters and then just these two giant pieces. So let's do this. We replace to make look good. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, hot. Rather than folding, I'm doing 1, 2, 3. I just did a ring of one thing and then the next. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a really good idea too. I didn't even think about that. Okay, yeah, for sure glad that we're having some of these because I don't know if I've got enough. I will say if you have time, it's quite the folding, even if you do it the way I'm doing it or like how Plaid said he did it, like it is kind of therapeutic to do this. And it looks really pretty. We're definitely gonna have some veggies left, which I love. I'm gonna see if I can maybe take them on the plane with me. It's a little snack. Let me check this though. Oh yeah. We're almost to the wilty stage. So I'll probably be able to do one ring, and then we'll do the soup, and then we'll come back to this. All right, let's do one more good one here. And like kind of clean it up. Oh my gosh, are you guys ready to see what I've been doing? I know, Tanner. That's why I was like, man, I should have made bread. I should have made some bread. Okay, here you guys go, stove view of what it looks like so far. What do you guys think? Obviously, we're going to do a few more rings, but that's where we're at so far. Right now, I actually got to get this soup cooking. So I am going to go ahead and cut the potatoes real quick so we can stick those in. And then we gotta do everything else. And the potatoes, again, this is getting emulsion blend, so we don't need to make them look perfect. I am just gonna stick them in, and I'm just trying to make sure they're not super big, and then we'll do all the broth in there and all those herbs. Okay, there's one potato. And again, I halved this recipe. Especially too, because since I'll be gone this week and Top Dog will be here, it's kind of his, because I'm out of town, it's his time to kind of eat out because I usually cook at home most of our meals. So it's his time to go get all the food he loves to eat. So I didn't want to make him feel like he had to eat leftovers the entire time I was gone. All right, and I'm just cutting these up real fast just to get the potatoes in there. And then now it's time for the veggie broth. And this is awesome because it's just going to sit here, which is great. And it smells so amazingly yummy. I can tell you that right now. Thank you, Tanner. It looks really good to me too. All right, so then we got some sprigs of thyme. So we're gonna just throw those in. We'll pull them out at the end. And then they want some bay leaves. So I'll go ahead and we'll put 2 bay leaves in there as well. Salt and pepper. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of salt here. It's probably like a teaspoon, maybe a little over. And then we'll add some fresh ground pepper in. I'm gonna stir that all up. We're gonna bring it to a boil. And then as soon as it hits a boil, we will bring it to a simmer. This is looking good. This is gonna be a really nice, and we still have got, whatchamacallits, heavy cream to put in this towards the end. So this is going to be a really nice, thick consistency for us of a soup, which, I mean, like we just said, it makes me super excited. Okay, let me get some stuff set up so we can be ready for our next set of that ratatouille, the next round of circles. I'm just going to cut up some stuff. Cut up my quarters here. All right, let's grab the ratatouille. And again, I know there's going to be an ad coming up soon. We're just doing the second round. There's probably going to be 3 rounds total, I'm thinking, with how it's looking. But we'll see. We'll see what we get to. Oh, this is good music. This kind of sounds a little Frenchy. Should I do it the other way? Going the other direction to kind of, yeah. We're getting spicy. We're doing it. Okay. So this. I kind of like that idea. Go the other direction. Kind of makes it nice and, yeah, it just gives it a little more oomph. I feel like Ratatouille is like I get to play with my food, you know? Like I get to have fun just like playing with food and how I want it to look. Okay, let me cut up some more of these tomatoes real quick. So great idea, Jedi, with, I believe it was Jedi, right? Or was it Tanner? I think it was Jedi said cut in half. Yeah, cut in quarters. So for sure, your eggplant, cut in quarters, and then I think your tomatoes you can cut in halves. Oh my gosh, I'm like gonna take a before picture of this because I'm so happy with how it looks. Like it just looks beautiful. I love food that looks pretty. Oh, you guys, I cannot wait till I can show you this on the screen. It looks so good. A lot of veggies left though, a lot. Yes, there is a glaze. It's kind of, I made it a little bit earlier on stream. It was this kind of herby, it's like a olive oil with some herbs and stuff that we're gonna put on top before we bake it. Okay. No, that's not a half tomato. What am I doing here? Forgetting my pattern. That's not allowed in this kitchen. Okay, just kidding. Everything's allowed in this kitchen. When I was emulsion blending, there's tomato sauce on my ceiling right now because that's how high it went. This kitchen is a mess every time I finish, but I love it. And I've always been a messy cook. Like, I've never been a clean cook. Yeah, it's kind of like a pesto. It's like a basil-y item, I guess you could say. Okay, so I'm going to kind of rotate these a bit. Oh my gosh, okay. I want to show this to you guys. So I went the opposite direction for the second one because I thought it brought a little bit more interest. So we got one more in the center. I'm going to kind of do a little floret type item with it. And I'll show you guys, this is like in cake. It's kind of how you do it too. I want to get though really good pieces here that are kind of flexible. Because you we're going to have to like roll it. So let me do this. The high, right? I know, with the high ceilings, that's why I was like, like it went up there. Okay, so we're gonna kind of push it. We're gonna do the opposite again. I'm gonna kind of push it down. Let me get one more here. That's a little flexible. Here we go. I kind of want it to stand up a little bit. Actually, don't like that. Okay. Go this way. And then let's take a tomato. Let me see. I kind of want to make it so the center is like a little bit, yeah, here we go. Okay, I'll show you guys in just a second. I'm just kind of, I'm playing with food right now to get this to look really good. Like, I don't like that one. I need a smaller one. There we go. Okay, you guys ready to see this? Oh, night, Tanner! Yes, I think you should definitely try it. Here we go, before the glaze, everything else. What do you guys think? Look at how pretty that is. It's so beautiful. I cannot believe it. Now we're gonna go in with that glaze. So the glaze is literally just kind of putting it where you see it, you know, you want it. They didn't have a rhyme or reason. It's just kind of putting it on top and it'll cook with everything. And this is the basil, garlic, parsley, olive oil. So I'm just kind of putting it on there. This looks so delicious. I'm actually impressed. Like, the fact that they called this peasant food, like if it looked like this, I mean, this is To me, 5-star right here. Like, I'm very happy with this. Okay, let's just get the rest of this out. I want all the yummies in here. Okay, okay. I'll lift it up so you guys can see it again with the glazing on it. Look at how pretty is that. That is gorgeous. Okay, so this one I want to make sure it goes in my 400s. Yeah, we have to put some tin foil on it. So we're gonna stick tin foil on the top, and then it goes in for 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. Then we take the tin foil off and bake another 20 minutes. Okay. Oh, I hit the camera. Oh my gosh, guys. So sorry. Hold on. You guys are going to get my feet. Okay. Let's see here. Sorry about that, everybody. There we go. Back on. Okay. Let me grab. Okay. 400, 40 minutes, tin foil on. Hey. And you guys can see our soup, we're getting to a bubble. So I'm gonna let that boil just a little bit longer. And then we're gonna let it simmer for, let's see here, I think it was about 20 minutes. About 15, okay. Oh yeah, and it's full boil. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it to a level 6 on my heat. And we're gonna let it simmer for about 15 minutes. So about 4:30 my time. Perfect. Stove, yes. So right now, guys, because the stove camera, this is the sad part, it is temporarily, I think it's still falling. Yeah. It's on by like magnets, but they're duct taped on there. I need to actually glue them. I just didn't know if it would work when I kind of put it all together. So it was like, okay, it works now, so we're good. But yeah, it's for sure. I gotta actually do it permanent now because this stove cam I think is so much better than what we were originally doing. So I want to make it a more permanent feature. But the duct tape is like warm and it is now making the magnets fall. Okay, which it's still happening a little bit. Let me see here. Give me a second, guys, as I IT this. I gotta get me some good epoxy glue. Never let it. Okay, I'm gonna go to the stove cam. It's probably really gonna be, yeah, Top Dog, if you could, that'd be awesome. Because you guys, surprise me dessert is coming up. I'm cleaning off the space because I'm gonna need it. But we're gonna do surprise me dessert. So, if you've ever seen Ratatouille, they end with it asking if they want dessert. The guy says, yes, he does. Surprise me. Of course, he doesn't give what he wants. So I was like, okay, I get to make a dessert then. Obviously, it's going to be French. And okay, here's Top Dog, guys. I have to get you to stove view when he gets over here, just so he can kind of put things back together for us. But I was like, I have to make a French. I got to make a French dessert. So with a vanilla cream chanty, yes. Well, that's because of the heat. Oh, I could probably turn this on. I forgot to turn the vent on. Yeah, I know. But that's why we're going to epoxy it. We're going to do a vanilla cream shanty, which is like a cheese whipped cream. And we're putting it in eclairs. We are making eclairs for our surprise me dessert. We're doing eclair. So pot of choux, chocolate ganache, and the vanilla whipped cream, which is like a cheesy whipped cream. Oh, oh, I didn't even take off the plastic protectant. Right, Red Eclairs! So, I am going to first do the whipped cream because we're going to whip it, we're going to get it all good, and then stick it in the fridge so it hardens. Yep, whip it good. Then we're going to make the pot au choux, which pot au choux is the easiest thing to make, and I will show you. Hopefully I don't mess it up. I tend to mess it up after me saying it's the easiest thing to make. So we'll make the pot au choux. So cream puffs, eclairs, I mean, anything that has that kind of dough where it's nice and like basically hollow on the inside, that is pot au choux. It's the cheapest thing to make. And yet it's used in so many pastries, but it's honestly, it's so cheap and easy to make. And I guarantee you, you have everything to make it in your pantry and fridge right now. So for our whipped cream though, we're gonna start with this just so we can get it cold, because then we'll fill the eclairs with it. And then after we fill the eclairs, we'll ganache them. Nosh, 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 so that we can nosh on them. Okay, let me get the whipped cream. So we'll get the whipping cream. All right, Top Dog, you want me to turn the camera on so you can see?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna change you guys to stove view just for a second so he can get me all straightened out.
How's that?
Perfection, thank
There you
you.
go. Good
Best IT guy.
All right.
I agree, Jedi. It's a pain without a good blender. So, and what's shocking is I don't really have a blender right now. So this is why I'm like, it's either going to be crazy or it's going to be fun. But I have a hand mixer, so we might be doing that. All right, let me grab my hand mixer for this whipped cream. So you guys have seen me make whipped cream plenty of times here. Just because, again, it's pretty simple. But this is using mascarpone. So we're going to be doing mascarpone in with this. So again, it's just going to be putting everything in here. I have forgotten one thing, the powdered sugar. Eclairs, I gotta say though, are one of my favorite things to eat. I remember even, they might still have them now, but like back in the day at like Costco, you could buy the frozen mini ones. Gosh, they were so good. I loved them. All right, we're gonna bring this a little down. It's boiling a little too much. I don't want that. Okay. So this is super easy. We're gonna stick everything in and then whisk it all up. That's really it. So we're doing a tablespoon. This had all the herbs in it. We need clean ones for dessert. Teaspoon of vanilla. I do an overflowing because I like it to be very vanilla-y. Before you got a KitchenAid, it's a joy. Oh, it's a job to beat those last 2 eggs. Yes, and you guys will see that in a second what he means by that. It's in cooking school when I was in it, everything we had to do it by hand with wooden spoons. That might be how I do it today to show you guys. I need 1 cup heavy whipping cream. The nice fatty heavy whipping cream. I just got it on me. Do you guys see that? Okay. Whipping cream done. Let me put this in the fridge. I don't want it to go bad. Then we're going to do a 1/3 cup of the mascarpone cheese. If I can get the lid off. And I do have a mixer, so I could do that, but I'm probably just going to do it with my hand mixer, just because it's easy. And it's right here, and I don't have to move anything. All right. So a 1/3 cup, and this is like a soft cheese. So I'm just putting it in. I don't think I've never just had this cheese before. Everything with this cheese is always mixed in with me into sweets. It's not a bad cheese. It tastes like a white cheddar, honestly. Okay. There's the cheese. Let me just kind of put it in there. definitely going to give it some thickness. I'm going to just put that over there. Just putting the cheese back. Try not to make anything go bad. And then we're going to put a half cup, they'll call it icing sugar. If you're ever like, what's icing sugar? It's just powdered sugar. That's what we call it here. There's a few names for powdered sugar. It can get confusing. All right. Just let me move some stuff. Okay. So you guys can see if it'll, my stuff's always so bright. It's just all in there. You just throw it in and then we're going to mix. Mix, mix, mix. All right, let me grab some water. Let's get this mixer set up. And I'll start off on a low just because of that powdered sugar. And then once that's incorporated, then I'll move over to just keeping it up as high as I can, just to get it kind of in there. So I'm just incorporating powdered sugar and the cheese. I just don't want a dust bowl of powdered sugar everywhere. A few seconds, it's already there. I can bring it to a 5. And if this sounds super overpowering for you guys on my new mic, I don't really know what it sounds like. Obviously, it's very loud to me. I can barely hear it. Oh, that's so good. Okay, good. I'm really quickly going to take and kind of scrape some of the sides down. It's already getting thick. I definitely think that cheese really helps. But I just want to get kind of all this little extra pieces from the side down. Get all the goodness. Let's see. Oh yeah, that tastes delicious as always. Okay, let's go in there. And obviously, if you had a standing mixer too, I mean, I know I do have one, but you can just literally put all this in with a whisk attachment, put it on like a medium speed and walk away for a few minutes and come back to it. I'm just choosing to do it with a hand mixer so you guys can see how that would work and how long that takes. The standing mixers can get pricey, but a good hand mixer is, you know, for us, probably like $20 to $30. And you guys can see, like, we're already getting there. Like, that whipped cream is already, I mean, it's looking good. I'm going to get it a little harder of a peak, just so it holds its shape a little bit better. But it definitely thickened up really fast with this cheese. Like, yeah, here we go. Nothing's falling off. Okay. There you go. You guys can see, like, nothing is moving. Like, it's upside down and nothing's moving. So this is a nice stiff peak. Let me taste it. Tastes like what's in a eclair. I'm loving it. All right, I'm just going to stick this in the fridge. If I can find a spot in my fridge. You all, that's what I'm saving up for right now is like anything I get, I am saving up so that we can put a second fridge in our garage. So that way I can put all my street food in my fridge in there. Because we're a big like drink family, as in like we have a lot of sodas and waters and protein. Like a whole thing is just liquids. That for us. And so because of that, it's a little, I have everything balanced on everything else. So we're like, okay, that's what we're going for. All right, this is, let's see, I said till 4:30. So our leek soup is we're almost there to the leek soup. We still got 26 minutes on the first round for the ratatouille. So let's talk pot au choux. We got our whipped cream. I can lick this while we're talking, because if you're the baker, this is your reward, is getting all the yummy things off the whisk. It's so yummy. Oh, I love whipped cream. And I think adding the cheese, I might do that from now on. It's actually really good. Like, you can't tell. Okay. Pot au choux. Pot au choux. Okay. So, I'm going to read through the directions because it can get a little bit tricky. Pot au choux is at 400 degrees as well, which I might have put the ratatouille in the wrong one. That's okay. That one might have been 375. It's okay. We're going to need 1.5 cups of water. We're going to need 1 stick plus 1 tablespoon of butter cut into cubes, so, you know, cold. Sugar, salt, about 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and 8 eggs. Okay? So, what you do is in a large saucepan, you combine the water, butter, sugar, and salt. So, water, butter, sugar, salt. You bring it to a boil, and then you reduce the heat to moderate. You then add the flour, and you have to stir vigorously. You guys will see us when we're back there. We're gonna be using our muscles. So we gotta stir it, and then it forms this dough, and you'll see that when it happens. It's by stirring it. It's almost like a roux. When you're making a roux, it's kind of doing that technique in a dough form. Then you're going to take it away from the heat. And this is about 2 minutes of stirring to get this. It's not a fast process, so don't think you're sitting there trying to whip cream by hand. Like, it's like 2 minutes you get your dough. Then we're going to we're going to beat 7 eggs into the dough. But you don't do it all at once. We're going to do 2 and 2 and 2 and 2, right? Something like that. And then as it's beating it, the dough is going to become very glossy and it'll be very stretchy. So it's a little bit more of a watered down, like, I don't want to quite call it ribbon, but it's ribbon-esque. And if we have to, we beat in the extra egg. So it's not too crazy. What from there we do is we're going to put it in a piping bag and we're going to pipe out our eclairs. Or you could do, if eclairs, of course, are long, right? So we're going to do long, almost worm, right? Like long, log type. Let's say you wanted to do a cream puff, you would do a little circle, right? You'd like do a little cookie size, and then it puffs itself up. So for sure, like, the process is quite fast, and you'll see how that works. So we're going to get everything, make sure we have everything fully set up for this. I do not want to be trying to work on soup at the same time I'm trying to work on pot au choux. So we are going to take a second because we're at the point where our soup is ready to go through the emulsion blender and adding the heavy cream. So we're going to do that first because I don't want anything to get messed up. Pot au choux is amazing, but it's delicate. We're just going to say that. But once you get it down, you have it down. Okay, so we're going to puree the soup with our emulsion blender. Then we're going to add the heavy cream. It is only wanting a cup of heavy cream, which that's not too crazy. So let's measure that out. And you know what? I'm going to switch my upper because it wasn't at 400. So I'm really quickly going to just make sure I can get it to 400 because they're quick. The pot au choux is, a few minutes in and it's done baking. Like, it's a fast guy. The recipe I'm going off of, let's see how long it tells me to do it. Let's see, one pipe. Let's see here. It's just till they're kind of golden brown, but of course they didn't give me a time frame, which, okay, that's fine. We figure it out. And I love that they didn't even, they're like, you can do one of these recipes. And then it's page not found, page not found. All right, let's see here. Oh no, shoo, 35 minutes. Okay. And that's for a cream puff. Okay, so we'll do like 25 minutes. Easy. All right, we're gonna grab, we got our 1 cup here. We got our emulsion blender. I'm gonna really quickly stab one of the potatoes because that's what we wanna make sure is nice and, oh yeah. Okay, I'll show you guys. Let's go to stove view. Stove view. Okay, for our leek soup, you can see like I can't even pick up one of the potatoes, like cut through, no problemo. So I'm gonna turn this heat back up a little bit and we're gonna do some emulsion blending. We wanna get through all of it. But first, it did want us to take out any of the thyme sprigs and the bay leaves. So I'm really quickly just gonna look for the sprigs. A lot of the thyme, it's just the stick that's left, which I'm fine with. That's not a problem. Ah, there's another one. And let's say if you don't have an emulsion blender, how would you do this? If you have a regular blender, you do this as well. Only do about half at a time though, like half size of the blender, because the heat obviously makes everything, you know, expand. And if you try to fill your entire blender up and then use it, it will explode on you because of the heat. So you can do this with a blender though. We're just doing it with our emulsion. And I'm just going on top of the big chunks and then hitting down. And then I'll get to the point. Oh, see, there's another thyme right there. Come on. Don't hide from me. He might be gone. Oh, there he is. Okay. Let me... If he's gone, he's gone. No one got hurt from eating a stick. Like I said, I'm just finding the big chunk first of potatoes. Oh yeah, so now, seems like I got all my chunks. Now we're just going through and doing the real cleaning up. Oh, see? They pop out. Oh, there's a big one. All right. Is that a bit? No, that's a leak. Okay. And I'm not opposed. I mean, if you like maybe a chunkier soup, you could like not do this as much and you'll get more of that chunky potato and the chunkier leeks. I mean, this is thick though. Do you guys see how it is like whole, you know, it's staying on here? That is actually delicious. I now kind of wish I had made some bread. Okay. I am liking this. The consistency is really good. I'm not seeing any really big chunks. Okay. I like this. I like it a lot. All right, I'm going to move that to the side. And then we're going to add this whole thing of cream in here. Ooh la la. This is so delish. Yeah, look at that. Like, barely any chunks, which I'm fine with. It's actually really nice soup. I am shocked at how it's green, guys. So if you have kids and they're like squirmy about what color their food is, it's green. But this is a nice thick soup. I mean, look at how it is just like, oh yeah, there we go. How it's just sticking to the spoon. Oh my gosh, that tastes so good. Okay, that's it. That is leek soup. That is it. So let's bring our hot pads over. And we're gonna bring the soup and then we'll serve it. I am so excited. I'm like so bummed I didn't make any bread. Like I didn't even think about making bread because I was like, I'm not gonna be here. I wish I did, but it's okay. We can go buy bread. I'll make some maybe tonight. Because this is really deliciously yummy. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I know, Top Dog, you are watching the game, but if you feel like coming down or if someone wants to ping him in chat to be like, go eat soup, you definitely can. This is too good. Too good. I'm actually really excited about this. All right, let me turn off the stove. See how I can make this look kind of cute. I feel like some good chives on top. I know I got chives, so let's chive it up. Why not? I think this. Top. Soup salt, soup salt, soup salt. Thank you, guys. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happening in his game right now, so. Okay, let's add some chives to the top here. I like that. Always a winner for chives. If you guys remember, I kept some of those leek leaves. You could even do something like super fancy and cute with some leek leaves. I need one more. I don't like having not in sets of 3. Okay. So let me show you with the cam what this looks like. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Look at this, guys. Look at our leek soup. Potato, heavy cream, leeks, garlic, onion. Did we put onion in this? I don't know if we put onion in this. Now that I'm saying it, I'm like, I don't think I put onion in this. Oh my word. So good. So let's see. Let me look back. What did we do? Okay, we did butter, garlic, leeks, potatoes, veggie stock, bay leaves, thyme, salt, pepper, heavy cream. And I'm going to taste it. If I feel like it needs a little bit more of one of those, I'll do it. Not taste testing today. I didn't think. I was like, ah. Okay. Oh, that's good. It's definitely, you feel the starchiness. I want more pepper in it, personally. Okay, let's taste this. You can, like, potatoes, you know how you can taste, not taste, but you can feel the starch, like the thickness? You can definitely feel that in this soup. Oh my gosh. I think TSA, if I bribe them with the soup, that they'll let me take it on the plane with me tomorrow. Okay, in the leftovers though, I'm gonna put a bunch of pepper in it. The pepper helps. I love it. Okay, I think I found a way to eat potatoes, guys. I actually really enjoy this soup. It's so good. I forgot to take a photo of it though. Oops. Shocker. Let me try to take a photo now. I'll do some more chives just so they're like fresh at the top. Really good. Again, recipe pinned at the top of chat, and 100% make this dish, guys. If like, you guys saw how easy it was. Like, this soup from scratch was amazingly easy. Like, one pot soup, I'm game for it. And other than the heavy, no, I don't know if you can have it if you're vegetarian because of the heavy cream. I know vegan can't, but vegetarian, I think you can still have heavy cream. I mean, talk about a filling soup. The potato from this soup. I could eat it all day. All day. I'll eat it tonight. I absolutely love it. So good. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 on that soup, guys. It is like an oniony, garlicky, thick, creamy soup. Like, that's my best way to describe it. If you've never had leeks before, they're kind of that oniony. It's really good. It's shockingly delicious. I mean, it's not shockingly. I shouldn't say that. Like, we make so many good stuff, but like, if it wasn't for this theme that you guys gave, I probably would have never have made leek soup, ever. Like, it just wouldn't have crossed what I've done. That's why I love doing this. And when you guys are like, let's do a theme, and you guys say the theme, like, for me, it's expanding so much and getting me out of my comfort zone. Even last week, I was like, I'm terrified to make tortillas, always wanted to, and now that I have, I'm like, okay, like, it's not as scary. So for sure, do it in your own kitchen. Again, pinned to the top is the recipe, one pot leek soup. And I figure too, like, it's such a good base that I'm like, I could add like roasted chicken or something else. Cause I like to buy those pre-roasted chickens for like $5 at the store and pull the meat apart. Like, the chicken, just throw that in at the end to just be a little bit warm. So yummy. Like, that is a good fall and winter soup. I am not mad about it at all. Okay, so we're gonna start pulling everything for pot au choux. We've got 9 minutes on that first round. So I think we're gonna be good. So we're gonna pull pot au choux. Pot au choux. First thing is 1.5 cups of water. I have a reverse osmosis system. I'm gonna use that filtered water for this. You don't have to use filtered water or anything. I just prefer it. Okay, so we got our 1.5 cups of water. Then, because they're having us put sugar and salt and butter together. So I'm gonna put all of that, because there's not a lot of it. So I'm gonna put all of it in just a little dish, because I only need, let's get that granulated sugar. So that's gonna be your standard white sugar. And they only want 1 teaspoon. Gonna grab the half, and we'll do 2 of those. And even this dough, by the way, pot au choux, I've used pot au choux for savory things too, by the way. It's not like, I can make it where I do maybe half the sugar. It's not overly sweet of a dough. So always feel free, like, you could make a savory eclair. That kind of actually sounds fun. Like, that would be exciting to do, a little savory eclair. All right, then it's a half, where's my lid to this? Oh, here it is. It's a ½ teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna go in with this. And ½ teaspoon salt. So here's my salt and my sugar that we're gonna do. All right. Next is we're gonna put together our flour and then our eggs. So first we're gonna do flour. Excuse me. Oh, that soup is so good. It's like, cause it's thick, it like sticks to the roof of my mouth and it tastes like, I'm like tasting it again. I'm like, oh, it's so good. It's a really good winter soup, guys. Okay, so this is 1.5 cups. Let me get a spatula just so I can make sure to get this all right. Okay. There's 1 cup. Let's do another one. Ooh, I love that, Issel. Yes. Oh, that would be a mushroom ricotta. Ooh, we could do, okay, mushroom ricotta filling. And where your ganache is supposed to be like chocolate, you could do pesto. Like an olive oil pesto drizzle on top. Like, how bomb does that? That actually sounds really good. Do I have ricotta? Do I have mushrooms? That sounds so good. Yes. Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that would be amazingly yummy. Okay, eggs. Let me get some eggs here. Come on, my little eggs. Here we go. All right, so it says you want 7 and maybe need an eighth. So I have 7 in here, which is awesome. I still have more. I'm not gonna crack an 8th one. Oh, a beef pate or mousse. Ooh, plaid. I've never made that ever. Like a beef pate. I've never done that. That would be fun. You guys, we might need to do like a guest star. Like have some of y'all guest star if you're ever in Vegas and cook with me. Get the behind the scenes look of what it actually looks like, but we could do some crazy stuff together. Like that would be super fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I do know my mother-in-law, she makes a bomb spaghetti. And I've heard word that she's willing to come on stream and share it. So, and I mean, this is a spaghetti, by the way, that is asked for multiple times a year. Yeah, I'm down. There you go, Issel. You'd have to raise the camera for me. We can do that. We can do it. I'll wear heels that day too, so that way we can both be the same height. I'm not too short though. I had someone ask me the other day on Instagram. They thought I was like 5 feet, something around that. I'm 5'7". So if you guys get an idea of my height, I'm 5'7". It's not for me. I love it. I'm just tall enough that I wish the kitchen counter was like an inch or 2 higher because I end up doing this a lot. It's like just enough that my back is like, oh, what are you doing to me? But that's okay. You definitely get used to it cooking that way, for sure. All right. I'm just going to set up all my little areas. All right, we're going to put this down. I'm going to get now, so I am going to get on a, I saw on a step stool. Nah. I have to stand on a short stool to knead dough. The counter's just too high. Oh my gosh. Yeah, ours, I think ours are the standard. But yeah, I get to the point when especially when I was baking and cake decorating, you stand like this. It's the same kind of lean I have when I'm biking. And it's like, oh, you end up having to sit up and stretch. It's like just a little too short, but I'm still happy. All right. Just trying to find a good, I think I'm going to do a 12. I feel like I could just snip this, but I'll try to be a little professional. I will say we want to get like upper cabinets. I'm not tall enough to reach the top shelf. And when we get upper cabinets, I'll need a step stool. Top dog can reach the top shelf though. Like without needing, like if it's up high, I just ask him to get it for me. All right. Okay, there we go. And again, pot au choux, same thing as kind of we did with the ratatouille. Just make sure you get everything ready. Whoop. Okay, all I did was I put the tip in, and I'm just gonna bend it back and then stick it in this cup, and it's just so when our dough's ready, I can stick it in right away. So, Had to wear her heeled shoes when she cooked to reach the top of the stove. Oh, that's so sweet, Jedi. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. I'm looking. So the ratatouille's got a minute and a half before I take the lid off. So I am going to wait just a moment while we're finishing up because, again, I want the pot of choux to be good. And I'm just going to prepare everything and get it all ready. Oh my gosh. So much sauce that just flew everywhere. Get our wooden spoon. Got to get our other mixing. Where are you? I just reorganized this, so I know things might be a little hidden. Where are you? Come on. I wonder. I'm not doing this by hand, that's for sure. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. So when we come over here, all that's needed are the eggs for the pot of choux and our piping tip. But the water, salt, and sugar will need to be over here. Let me make sure I got everything. Oh, and then the butter. Oh my gosh, how did I forget a butter? Okay, let me get a stick of butter. This is going to be a normal stick too. Don't worry, it's not one of my giant sticks. And then let me get something to cut this into cubes. Okay, so Ratatouille part 1 is done. I'm just going to open it up, take the lid off, and then we go in for another 20 minutes. Oh, it looks delish. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, let's cut this butter. Did say plus a tablespoon, so I'll just grab a tablespoon and scoop some out of my butter tray. All right, there we go. And then 1 tablespoon out of the butter tray. All right, we are ready for pot of choux. There we go. Okay. Okay, so again, how this is gonna work. And it's just because I'm gonna talk to you guys, but while I'm doing it, it's gonna be in stove view the whole time so you can see. Water, butter, sugar, salt, we're bringing to a boil. Once it's at a boil, we're gonna reduce that heat down. Once that heat's reduced down, we add the flour, pull off the stove, and go ahead and vigorously whisk away. Not whisk, but just with your wooden spoon. So then from the wooden spoon, once that's all and the dough is really formed, we're gonna come back over here and we're gonna add the eggs to it until it's nice and shiny. So this doesn't take long. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not a long process. It's just have everything ready. So let's move to stove view. We're gonna add our butter in first, just to get that out of the way. Then I have this butter as well. Perfect. Okay, turn it on high heat. Add the water. Add the salt and sugar in now. Okay, this is all done, so I can kind of move that. Let's go ahead. Again, all this is gonna melt. Once it starts boiling, you're gonna take some of the extra butter that got left on that knife there. All right, I'm just setting ourselves up so that way I know my mixer and everything is ready. Here we go. Actually, while that's heating up, I'm gonna move our soup just because we're gonna have to put the ratatouille somewhere when it comes out of that oven. That's warm, nice and warm. and I pre-did, while we were setting stuff up, I pre-did just a sheet with a silicone mat. So that's kind of what's needed for that. I'm just kind of walking around trying to do a little bit of a cleanup. All right, we're getting some of the butter already nice and melted. But we got this, guys. We got this. You know, I might need to get... I want to look at something else because I feel like the piping tool I got might be a little too small. It should be like a 1/2 inch. And I don't know if I've got a 1/2 inch. So while that's going, I'm just going to kind of check off camera what I got for piping tips. I have a lot, but I want to see if I've got a good 1/2 inch one that is a bit bigger, because you don't want it to be these just like mini little skinny things. We might just have to cut a hole, which I'm fine with. We can do that because I'm like, this guy's going to be super small. All right, still waiting for that. All right, I'm just gonna, that is probably where I cut it to actually have it. I think that's gonna work just fine. So we'll just do that. And I'll show you guys when I put it in. So you want it to be big. You don't want these tiny little guys. Nobody wants a tiny eclair. I remember back in the day, there was a restaurant. I know the restaurant still exists, but it's Claim Jumper, and they used to have a giant eclair, and for my birthday one year I got it because it was about that big. It was massive, and so it was like a cake size of an eclair. So I've always loved the French pastries. All right, butter is almost fully melted. Now it's just time to wait for that to boil. We've got about 9.5 minutes left on the ratatouille, so we're doing good. We'll definitely have at least the dough done by then. Okay, here we go. It is a boiling. All right, just want to make sure we got a good, yep, good consistent. Okay, taking off the heat. Okay. I just burnt myself. It's okay. Okay, see how it's forming that nice little dough there? So that is that good pot of choux dough that we are forming. And there's no flour spots. Everything's in there. It's not sticking to the pan. Coming back over, and I'll switch you guys so you can see. Okay, whew, I just burnt myself a little. All right, we got that dough right in here. I'm gonna start, and we're gonna put 2 eggs in. Okay. Doesn't like being on those. That's fine. I'm actually going to come to the side because I have more reach. Incorporating those eggs. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. And it's nice and glossy when you do this. I'll show you guys kind of the shine. And I'm on a level 2 for stirring this, by the way. I'm going to have to go up to a 4 because it's thick. Okay, I'm going to put the last 3 in. Yeah, I definitely don't think I need that 8th one. Okay. Oh, I like it. Okay. So I want to show you guys the glass. So if you guys can see, it's kind of shiny looking. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it is shiny. It's a shiny looking dough. So it's kind of hard to see, but where the dough was kind of matte colored when we had it from the stove, it's now a very like pretty pale yellow with a lot of gloss to it. And again, like I said, it's not like it's a runny, and I maybe could have put the other egg in it because it's a little bit stiff, but I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at it. So, time to pipe these suckers. And you can refrigerate, by the way, pot of choux dough and like freeze it. Okay, we're just making little lines here. These will be a little small, but that's okay. And all I'm doing is just piping the line. And letting it be whatever size it's gonna be. You need a few inches in between because they do get bigger. Pot of choux gets bigger. Okay, perfect. All right, okay. All right, so little mini eclairs. We're gonna stick it in now. 20 minutes, we'll see what these do because they're a little smaller than what you normally would do. So I'm gonna put it in for 20. And I'm just gonna set the choux dough aside. If I feel like I'm gonna do more, we can definitely do more. But oh my gosh, you beat all those eggs in already? Yep. When you have a hand mixer, you can do it really fast. It makes it very nice. I'll tell you guys that much. Let me get some more water. Yeah, I've done it by hand before, and it definitely takes me a much longer time frame. But when I have a hand mixer, it's nice and fast. Like, the eggs get beaten, because right when you put the eggs in too, guys, it's like, you're like, it's glossy, it's super glossy, but it's kind of chunky. You got to keep going. If you lose the gloss, then you might need to add another egg in, or you might have overbeat them in. But most of the time, it just takes a few minutes, and you can do that. Okay, so we have the whipped cream. We've got the pot of choux. Ganache. So you can double broil ganache. I'm not going to. I ain't doing that. If you guys want, I can, and I can show you guys what that looks like. But I tend to find I can do it just in a pan. You don't have to do a double broiler. It is really just chocolate with heavy cream, and you melt them all together. That's honestly all you need to do. A lot of the times too, trying to think, you can do it in a microwave. I mean, ganache is quite easy. I think a lot of people think it's a lot harder than it is, but it's not. So I'm gonna do it without a double broiler because that scares people sometimes. We're gonna do it in a trusty pan. Also, if you use a saucepan, maybe I'll do a saucepan instead. Because then I don't have to, nah, we'll do it this way. So you could do it in a saucepan too. The reason you do it there, it's thinner, right? So you can really get in and do that. So all you need, this is so easy, is semi-sweet chocolate chips, dark chocolate chips, whatever kind of chocolate chips you would like. I only need, it's like 1 cup of heavy whipping cream to 8 ounces, and this is a 12 ounce. So we'll measure it. We'll be good bakers today. I'll measure it. Usually I eyeball ganache, but we'll be good today. We'll measure. Okay, just gotta bring my scale. My lovely, lovely scale over here. All right, unit is gonna be 8 or ounces. Does anybody just eat chocolate chips? Sometimes if I just want chocolate, I just dip into my chocolate chips. There you go. 8. Cool. All right. And then that'll be about 1 cup of heavy cream. Yes, okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's like one of my favorite things, especially if they're cold, like frozen. What up? Is it Slug? How are you? How's your Sunday going? All right, let's get that heavy cream. By the way, Ratatouille, guys, 40 seconds left. 40 seconds. Can you believe it? So, like I said, 8 ounces of chocolate to 1 cup heavy cream for the ganache. I have almost gone through that entire bottle of heavy cream. I was like at the grocery store and I was like, I need the big bottle. Every single thing is having heavy cream except the Ratatouille. The Ratatouille was the only thing without heavy cream in it. I'm really excited for this too. Okay. All you have to do is dump it all in and then you're going to mix slowly, which we're going to do on camera. I'm just kind of preemptively putting this together. All right, there is our Ratatouille. Let's see. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling. Okay. Let me show you guys on the stove view camera. You guys, look at this deliciousness. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna let it cool down, but oh, it is gorgeous and it smells so good. I cannot get over how good this smells right now. Like, I haven't had a vegetable today. I had eggs for breakfast and then I ate chips because I was like, I just want chips. And it's very rare that I want chips. So I was like, I ate a few chips. And now this, I'm like, oh, this is why I love cooking. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I cannot wait to dive into this. It's so good. You all, we did it. We made Ratatouille. How awesome. We made Ratatouille. Yes, Red. You need to make it for sure. You guys saw how easy that was. Like, this is why I love doing this. Is like, you all get to see me make the mistakes or see how easy it is. I am not a professional chef. I am a home chef. This is a cooking and baking stream for every person. We are a family friendly. You guys get to see the disasters I make so that you can learn from them. But you also get to see, like, again, I just literally put that together. Like, I am nobody special when it comes to cooking. Like, I just love cooking. So I promise you, you can make this. Super simple, super easy. Thank you, Plaid. It's just beautiful. Look at this thing. You guys, I'm really proud of my Ratatouille. Like, I am so proud of that. Let me move the gross spoon out of the way. Oh, it's so pretty. Now we'll see if it tastes good. At least it looks gorgeous. Right? Oh, thank you, Issel. I know, I'm like, I don't want to cut. Okay, so when I make cakes, a lot of people tell me, like, I don't want to cut into it because it's too beautiful. I, like, feel that way right now about this. I'm like, I don't want to cut into it. It's too pretty. It's too pretty to eat. I'm just checking. Yep. Okay. So I wish I need like another camera or something. So it's growing. Our potashu's growing up. So we're doing good. I took a picture. I'm like, oh, I gotta make sure. And I'm trying to like keep some of the food so that way at the end I can take like a final product of everything together. Because I'm very bad at it. Like I take individual shots, but I never take like the whole meal. And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to take I don't want to take it out. But it's too gorgeous. We have to eat it. That's what good food is. It's gorgeous and delicious all in one. Right? You got to eat the yummy food. You got to eat the yummy food. Okay, I'm going to give it a few more minutes to chill though, just because it's just like meat. You got to let all the sauces and the juices, you got to let everything settle. It's like take the extra 5 minutes. I'm telling you all, it's 100% worth it with your meats, with your veggies. Just give it time to just like chill. Think about when you eat your like when you work out or something, you don't just like go straight into a workout, or you don't just straight end and do something else. Like you have to like chill for a second. Your food has to do the same thing. A, so you don't burn your mouth, but B, it lets everything kind of come back together. It's not going to cool down to ice cold anything by the time you're done. Right? You eat with your eyes first, 100%. Your eyes and your nose are the first thing. Okay, I'm going to grab my whisk. We're actually going to work on the ganache while we're kind of waiting. Like, look at those two weird things next to each other. I'm going to put this on just a high heat just for a little bit. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm talking. We're going to put it on a low heat. You don't want to burn your ganache. That's like the one thing you don't want to do, is burn it. You just want to slightly keep it together. I need a new whisk. Do you guys see how crazy this thing looks? It's like, it's going the other direction. But this is awesome. Oh my gosh. And already this chocolate is melting. That's how fast this will go. And you could do this with a wooden spoon. I just prefer a whisk. So that way all those little chocolate chunks don't get lost somewhere. And by the way, if you ever want me, I can show you guys too. Maybe I'll do this for the Valentine's Day. You can, if you use ganache and then you lightly cool it in the freezer, and it's a certain temperature, not temperature, but a feel, you can actually roll it up into truffles. So it's very easy to make some yummy, yummy truffles too. All right, we're getting there. Here we go. We're getting to the melts, the melty melts. And all I want to make sure is that I do not burn this. That's it. And if for some reason it's not thick enough for me or anything like that, then I just add more chocolate. Easy. Right, Nye? It's so pretty. We're going to dive into it in just a moment. So pretty next to the ganache, right? Gotta have your healthy with your sweet. Sweet and salty all in one. And when this is all finally melted too, guys, I'm going to turn it to a very low heat just to keep it nice and warm. Not super warm, but just a good amount of warm. Let's see, some of the little chocolate chunks. Oh, this is a great ganache. Again, that is how easy this ganache is, right? Stovetop view. And guys, I got a new mic too, so you guys get to be with me wherever I am in the kitchen. It is a Bluetooth Rode mic. I saved up my money and was like, okay, I need a good mic. We're still gonna figure out all the stuff with it, but I absolutely love it. Oh, you guys, look at that beautiful ganache. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on low. And that's it. You do not have to double broil. You do not have to be crazy when it comes to the ganache, just so you guys know. You do not. Oh, it's beautiful. It's delicious. It's chocolate and cream. Who doesn't love chocolate and cream? Okay. I guess it's time we get into our amazing, beautiful ratatouille. I don't even know how to like, I don't even know. We'll figure it out. I don't even know. I'm gonna take tongs and I'm just gonna kind of go in. I don't know how he did that in that restaurant scene. So we're not gonna try to be that fancy. Okay. But we got yummy. You see all that lovely steam? Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Okay, fork. I need a fork. Oh, okay. So I got to get a little bite of everything, right? Like the sauce, the tomato, the squash, the eggplant, some of that little glaze that we put on. Oh, it's hot. Mm, mm, mm. That is so good. Oh my gosh. That is so good. Like, these are all my favorite vegetables. So I already knew, like, it is how I need to get better at my describing words other than amazing and good. Delectable. This is, okay, if you want a warm, fresh tasting, like, it's of the garden, right? It really does taste of the garden, and it's so good. It really does have this fresh, but not dirty, not anything else. It really does taste so good. And all of them work together. Even the sauce at the bottom, that tomato sauce we made, it just all works. I mean, it's all vegetables that I think, would work together. But it's nice. It's comfort. It's really yummy. Like, this is going to be my new comfort food, which is like, here in America, comfort food is usually junk food. This, like, vegetable dish is seriously going to just be my comfort food. Like, it's so yummy. It almost tastes like deconstructed spaghetti sauce. Like, really good deconstructed spaghetti sauce. And all the vegetables, like, I don't taste one over the other. It's a really good medley. Like, it's kind of shocking that more people don't make this. Like, it's not in our normal day-to-day, because it's amazing. It's so good. Anybody can make this. You guys saw me make it, but, like, make ratatouille. Again, the recipe I used, exactly some of the things I did halves, pinned to the top. I love this, though. It is so good. Oh my gosh. Remy would be proud. Thank you. Oh, right? That's all I need. All I need. Man, that looks great. Thank you, Arseger. This is really quite delicious. Everything I could cook is comfort food. Right, Jetta? I laugh some of the things I cook that I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to eat this. Like, most people would be like, yeah, I get told all the time, that's a really high-end dish, where to me, I'm like, it's like my comfort food. This is so good, though. Like, talk about, I mean, I can seriously probably eat that whole thing. Not in one sitting, but, like, I'm super bummed that I'm going away for the week for work, because this is so, so good. Like, honestly, even cold, I think it would taste good. Again, you guys know I love bread. Like, take a piece of bread, toast it up, spread a little bit of ricotta on it or another cheese you might like, and then like heat up the ratatouille and put it on top like a veggie toast almost. Like alone, it's amazing. And I think with anything else, it'd be so good. It's so good. It's really good. Right? Airplane snack. I wish they'd let me bring my stuff on a plane. I don't think they would, though. I just don't think they'll allow that. I can check. I'll find out. I'll look online. All right, I'm going to bring the plate out because when our pot of choux is done being cooked, let me see how we're doing. Oh, these are cute. Okay, they're going to be cute little eclairs. So when our pot of choux is done, I'm going to put it on a plate real quick. You naturally do not need to do this. I'm just going to stick it in the fridge because we're filling these with that whipped cream cheese. Like it's whipped cream with a cheese in it, and not just whipped cream cheese. And so we're going to fill it with that, and then we're going to put the ganache on it. Ooh, I might have just burnt my ganache. Of course. See? This is what happens, everyone. I get distracted. Oh, no. We're fine. I am going to take it off heat, though. Okay. Okay. And I just want it to cool so that when I fill them, I'm not filling them with, you know, it's just going to melt all over the place. So you definitely want to make sure if you are just doing this at home, again, unless you want it done super fast, stick it in the freezer like I'm going to do, or you just let it sit out and it just sits itself out. What I will do, however, because we have a lot more dough, is I'm going to put some more dough in our bag and we're going to pipe some more. You'd be surprised. I know not. I'm always shocked what I can. I just get too scared. I have a fear, not of flying, but of TSA and not knowing what to do. So I always just don't bring anything on. I'm just like, no, nothing. Like, I'll just buy all my stuff at the airport or because it's for work. So I'll buy it when I get to my hotel room. That's normally what I do, is I instantly check into my hotel room after I'm done with work. And then I go to the grocery store and I get all my stuff for the grocery store. Okay, let's check on our pot of choux. Oh, these babies look great. Look at our little, you know what? Stove view, guys. What am I doing? I don't have to be funny with you anymore. Look at these suckers. Look at our eclairs. Oh, these look so good. Oh, I am so happy. These are going to be delicious. It smells amazing. Look at those guys. Okay. Again, we're gonna freeze these suckers right away. Little mini eclairs. So happy. Okay. Those are in the fridge. You take sandwiches in empty water bottles. Oh, okay. So you can take all, okay. Well, then maybe I can take like a little Tupperware of something. Because I know when I get to work, you know what, we're going to let that cool for just a sec. I know when I get to work, I definitely could, I have a fridge I could use. So I could bring stuff, because I leave really early in the morning. So I could bring stuff, and then, hold on, I got chocolate on the floor, and my dogs haven't noticed. Do not want them to eat that. As long as it's not a liquid. Okay, so I could bring the ratatouille then. Not the soup, but I could bring the ratatouille. Okay, we're just gonna pipe some more. Should we do cream puffs? Nah, let's stick with eclairs. That's our secret dessert. We'll do really long ones. I have not, by the way, made pot au choux in probably 6 years. So I'm pretty thrilled with how well I was able to remember making this. I mean, again, it's not super difficult, but I can remember being stressed about it in school. Okay. All right, we'll call that. We'll put this back in. 20 minutes. Just so we have some more going and I don't waste anything. So, I joked about taking a whole frozen turkey. Oh, I love that. I mean, they probably let you. I mean, because I grew up in the days where, I mean, I honestly don't really remember going through security. I know that sounds horrible, but I don't remember it. I know we did, but like you could go to the gate with people, you could say goodbye, you could go to their gate to say hello. Like you didn't need a ticket to get through stuff. So for me, like, then once everything started, it was like, just don't bring anything, you know? It's on the TS site. I can. Oh, see? That's wild. Yeah, we're trying to see because we go to Italy this year. Not for a while, but we go to Italy this year and we're trying to see what we're allowed, like how much of everything we're allowed to bring. That's been like the big thing is like, how much of this can we bring back? How much of this can we bring back? All right, I'm going to get a bag for piping because we're going to be doing our whipped cream into the eclairs when they come out. And I got to find my special piping tip. So you guys are going to see me go through all my craziness. Is it in here? No. I have so much from when I used to bake cakes that sometimes I forget where everything got placed. Okay. We will look at this one now. This is no joke. These are all tips. So when you hear me say I'm going through my piping tips, this is what I'm going through. Most of them are labeled though, so I don't have to worry. Oh no. I could use this one. There's a one I have in particular that's meant for piping into things, but now I don't know where it is, so I might have to use something else, which is fine. I might use these big boys. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if he got stuck in somewhere else. Aha, he did. Oh my gosh. You still have to take your shoes and belt off like you're in prison unless they've changed that. Nope. What's shocking is I do it half. Half the airports I go to when traveling for work, I have to do it. The other half, I don't. It's quite interesting. I always get stopped though. No matter what, I'm always getting stopped. It's just a part of it. Okay, so this is called, this is the 230. So you can see it's a very long, but then has a skinny little top to it. That's what I use to put, you can basically, it's meant to stick into a pastry, donut, pot of choux, whatever it might be, cupcake. This is what you use to stick in and then fill it. So that's what I'm going to do. Have you asked them why? Yes. So I have. I've asked them why sometimes. Because my face is filled with titanium. Sometimes it goes off depending on their sensitivity. The other times is because they told me not to take off belts or anything, and then all of a sudden my belt goes off. Also, if I don't have, so, like I said, half of them don't have me take my shoes off. And so for my shoes, like there's buckles. Like when I travel, I usually have to go to work straight from the airport. So I am fully dressed for work. So I'm wearing heels or boots or something like that. And usually the buckles, the zippers, all of that stuff sets it off. But for a really long time, it was because of all the metal I have in my face. Now that only goes off. They've fixed it over the last few years. That now it only goes off if somebody has a very sensitive metal detector. But again, when you do the scan, you can kind of see it. Like I've turned around to look, and you can see all the metal in my face. So it's not as much anymore, because when I do the one where you lift your hands up and stuff, they can see it. It's mainly the ones that still get me are the just walk through metal detector. But that's why I've been stopped. Okay, let me check, see how our pot of choux doing that's cooked. Yeah, okay. These are already cooled down. It's pretty. So I'm gonna ruin one so you guys can see it. And it's not ruining it. I'll still eat it. Okay, so you saw how little of a line. It was about half this height. So you saw how big it gets. Pot of choux. Do you see how nice and airy that is? Like, that is your filling. That is why it is so good to have, when you're doing pot of choux, know what you're going to put inside, because you have all that space. Let's check this ganache out. It's delicious. A perfect pocket, right? And it's nice, and it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see the bubbles inside. Like that's what it's supposed to do, is look a little bubbly and then have a good pocket for all your yumminess. Let's get that whipped cream. So this is the whipped cream that we made, a standard whipped cream with the mascarpone cheese in it. This is cream chantilly. That's how I always say it. I don't know if that's right. But that's what that is. In most eclairs, this is actually what's in an eclair. A lot of the times people will put pastry oh my gosh, cream. Yeah, pastry cream. You don't have to. I personally love the whipped cream a lot better. It's just, for me, it's what I enjoy. And I will say Top Dog likes whipped cream much better than he does. He's not a pastry cream guy. So a lot of the times if something requires a cream in it, I'll just do whipped cream. Okay, I'm going to stick this back in. We'll definitely need more. I'll stick it with the spoon. Okay. All right. So you have two options. You can go through the bottom where you poke it, we'll dip and we'll turn, right? Or you can go through the top, because then your bottom won't have any holes in it, if that makes sense. I personally, if you're gonna put a coating on it, I like to go through the top. In general, this pipe will go through. You guys can see. I'm gonna go one and really fill. And then two in here, get the other side. And you can literally see, I'm gonna try to do it in a second. You can like see it filling. Let me get a plate to put these on. Okay, so you got our holes right here. This is the top. Then I'm gonna just put it in some ganache. You guys see that? So it's dripping a little bit. I don't care. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys up close. Actually, I'm gonna show you in the stove cam. Stove cam time. You wanna eat that, right? It's so good. Okay, so here we go. I wanna make sure you guys can see this. Okay, I'm gonna stick it in. And just kind of slowly, because you can feel the tension when you do this. Yep, and see, it started kind of bulging right there. That's how I know we're good to go. Then, with our lovely ganache, kind of just put it on. You'll swirl it around a little bit. And then we'll set it down. So let's do all of these. So you guys can see. You want to eat that whole plate? Come on over. Okay. Stick it in. I have some. There we go. Okay. I want to make sure I kind of rock it this way and then rock it that way just because I want to make sure that end also gets it. But I mean, it's like, it's coming out. So a lot of the times if that's happening, just do that. Then we're going to ganache it. I might have added a little too much on that one. You can also, if you're like, oh, my first ganache, it's not thick enough, like do a double. Okay, come on, little baggie. This one is having, my piping tip is having some trouble. Hold on. Okay. All right, let me get a knife real quick because we're going to make it easy on me. So, I'm just going to kind of cut a little hole, because the piping tip, what's happening is that pressure's pushing it back. But if I cut a hole, then I don't even have to worry about it. All right, there you go. There you go. Nice. Oh, this side could use a teeny bit more. I cut that hole a little too big. Okay. There we go, guys. And like I said, like this one, the ganache is a little bit thin, so I'm just going to go back in. And we do another coat. Extra chocolate. Didn't hurt anybody, right? Right? Oh, drinking a mug of it. Oh my gosh. I'll also show you guys, let me show you another way to, if you don't want to do it with a knife, because I know some people, knives are a little bit. If you have another tip, you just stick it in. That's how easy that is. You can use another piping tip to get that in there. Because sometimes I did it on that other one. I fully did way too much. Oop, we got some coming out. Just gonna put that to the side. All right. Ganache. Oh my gosh, you guys, these eclairs are gonna be delish. All right. Hole. Like I said, you could do it at the bottom. If you did it at the bottom, you just don't have ganache over it. You just have these little openings at the bottom. But if you are planning on putting something over it, I always say just do it from the top. It's super simple and easy. And then they get covered up. There we go. Now let's do some little guys here. Well, Top Dog is going to be happy when I'm out of town. He gets eclairs all week. Not a bad snack to have. Go. Look at that, guys. Okay, we have just a few more. Where did I put that tip? Okay. How are you sitting? You're sitting like that. Okay. Okay. This one might not have as much of a filling. I need to put more in my, yeah, I got to put a lot more in my bag. Not enough filling for that. We got to get the whipped cream back out. But that, I mean, guys, that is eclairs. Like, fancy French dessert, and you got it down. Like, you can do this. I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it. And again, you don't even have to make pastry cream. Pastry cream's kind of a different beast in itself. For your hot, your cold, your egg. You just have a lot more you have to do when it comes to pastry cream. So for this, 100% whipped cream it up. And adding that cheese really helps. Okay. Let's come over here. Yeah, there we go. Filled a sugar up. Let me grab this. Okay. And then, like I said, you could do with this, what's amazing about pot au choux is you guys saw it's a pretty like thicker dough, which means you can make any shape you want. If you make okay, maybe I'll do this for my Valentine's Day broadcast. I could show you guys how to make swans with pot au choux. That it is a pastry puff with a swan head, and it looks like a heart when you put them together. I could literally show you guys how to do that, if you would like. Because pot au choux you could do in any form of shapes. So letters, names, animals. It's such a versatile dough. And yeah, I am licking my fingers. This is for us to eat at home. It's not going to neighbors. If the neighbors want some, they know I'm licking my fingers because they're probably watching. You could do an Eiffel Tower. You know what would be really fun to do? I've never done one is, I forget, what's it called? Where it's all the cream puffs in the tower with the spun sugar. Now that would be fun. Okay. Yep. Okay. So much goodness in one little pastry. Right? It looks so hard. I'm like, okay, the pot au choux part I got. You have to heat your sugar up to make them all stand together. And then you have to swirl the sugar to give like the beehive look. I'm just like, but one day I want to make it. Yes, croquembouche. Thank you. Yes, that is what it's called. I have always wanted to make those. That's like a challenge for me that I'm like, I want to do that one day. Oops. Okay, so let's get our plate of lovely eclairs. Let me grab some of these suckers. Oops. Some of them have some crazy ganache. Some have too little ganache, but I do not care. You guys, here is our surprise me dessert. Eclairs. Ooh la la. Okay. I guess I'll taste test, you know. If I must. If I absolutely must, I can do it. Okay. Right? Seriously. Okay, here we go. Let me cut this open. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you can see all the yummy cream. Too bad Top Dog isn't taste testing right now. He would love this. Okay. Well, I know what I'm eating all night. These are delicious. Delicious. I'd advise you all to make them, honestly. You guys saw what needed to be done. I always stream on YouTube. I only talk on Twitch through chat, but I'm always streaming on YouTube. I do multi-stream. So if you need to go back and watch it, go back and for sure watch the episode of this part. Thankfully, the pot au choux part is pretty easy. Like that's all in one segment. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So jealous. I wish I could share this with everyone. I am not kidding you. Like, I would share this entire meal with anybody. Like, it's so deliciously yummy. I cannot believe it. We did it though. So we made from the movie Ratatouille leek soup, which bomb, a potato-based soup with heavy cream. So good. We made ratatouille and we made it look good, guys. And I'm telling you, these recipes today, again, they're pinned to the top. These are easy. These are show-stopping recipes. That soup was a one-pot soup. One pot. Anybody could do that. Then we had the ratatouille. Again, it's just make sure all your stuff's prepped and it's in a pot. Like, it was a one-pot thing again. There's the rest of our pot of choux. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Look at these big guys. These are like your standard size eclairs. Delish. Right? Anyone can cook. Exactly. That was like the best part of that movie for me, was like, it's so true. Anyone can cook. And all of these recipes, right? Well, the ratatouille, the leek soup, those were inspired by the movie. And you guys saw, it's super easy and it's delicious. That soup is delicious. Like, I'm going to be sitting down and eating it 100%. I wish I had a bread. I have tortillas, so maybe I'll do some tortilla in it. But oh my gosh. And the ratatouille, again, everyone can make the ratatouille. It was so easy, so good. I honestly am like blown away by it. Like, I'm so excited to eat it. And then, of course, it ends with surprise me with a dessert. So we made eclairs. I always want to show people pot of choux is something that can be done at home. You can make fancy desserts. You guys saw, I mean, you can make cream puffs. You can make, I mean, there's so many things you could do. It's called Paris Bresse. And what it is it's a circle of pot of choux, like a donut. They cut it in half and then they put a chocolate hazelnut whipped cream in the center. They top it with almonds and powdered sugar. It's one of my favorite pastries I have. That is a pot of choux recipe just with cream again. More whipped cream that's flavored differently. I mean, it's endless. When you get to that point, especially, I know I have some people in who are mint lovers. Could you imagine doing a whipped cream that is mint, that has a good peppermint in it, with the chocolate ganache? You pretty much have an Andes pastry, you know? It's so good. So I promise you, anyone can cook. I am not a professional chef. What I'm doing is something every single one of you all can do. And it's so amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And I love it. But we did it. We went through Ratatouille. And thank you to whoever gave that suggestion. It was a great movie too. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I won't be here Wednesday because work. I'll be traveling for work. But next Sunday, let's see what our theme is. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Okay. Our theme for next Sunday is okay, homemade Italian, but we're also going to do a wedding soup. So we're going to make some homemade Italian dishes, which I ain't going to be mad about that, but one of them has to be wedding soup. I have no idea what that is. Oh, that's going to be exciting. So we're going to bust out our pasta maker. We are going to make some sauces. We're going to have fun. We're going to make a soup at least. Homemade Italian with a wedding soup. Let me turn off my stoves real quick. But we did it. We did it, guys. Oh my gosh. I want everyone, if you guys make these at home, hit me up on like Instagram or something with a photo. I'd absolutely love to see that. I think it'd be so cool. But this was awesome. Like, you guys, I truly mean it when I say, like, I love being here with you all. And I love being able to share everything and just be able to cook with you guys and have you all in my kitchen helping me and learning. And it is my dream to do this full time, and you guys are making it so fun. Right? I know. Now I kind of want to eat my food while watching the movie and being like, yes, like, so good. I would love it. Absolutely love it. But yeah, you guys are absolutely amazing. Again, this was so fun. I have a blast with you guys every single week. And the weeks that I'm not here, I miss you all. And I know on Wednesday I'm going to miss seeing you guys. Again, it's not fun probably watching me from a hotel room microwave a meal, but we'll see each other on Sunday for some amazing Italian food, which I'm excited about, and at least one of them being a wedding soup. So I'll take it. But again, thank you all. Thank you all for coming. All the follows, subscriptions, all of that. You guys are getting me to my goal, which is a huge part of my life right now. And I thank you guys. You guys seriously make this so fun every day, and I love being here. Oh my gosh, of course, Issel, thank you for joining me. And thank you for the subscription, the gifted sub. That is amazing. Could you cook in a coffee pot? Oh my gosh. And especially, I know the hotel I'm staying at, I've stayed at multiple times, they don't even have a coffee pot. It's like a Keurig. So that'd be even tougher. But no, you guys have an amazing week. I hope you all feel blessed, and always, my thoughts and prayers are out with everybody. And I just want to make sure you guys have a wonderful week. But we will see each other next Sunday, and we will be cooking up some Italian food, which ain't gonna be mad about that. That's amazing. So I love it. But right, hotel cuisine, exactly. Oh my gosh. But love you all. Have a great week. I'm going to go eat some delicious food. Really, a bunch of eclairs. No, I'm going to eat the rest of the food too. I promise. I'll get my vegetables in when I have dessert, right? Love you all so much. You have a good rest of your week. Have a wonderful evening or morning, wherever you are located. Bye, everyone.